Looked up. Yep. I've got Dylan here with me. You might recognize him from the Silver Series mainstay here in the Edmonton group, powerhouse of a player. And he's going to help me talk about the Lantern Legacy kind of archetypes. We're just going to go through it pretty raw. We haven't gotten to play a lot with the set yet. It hasn't even come out up here in Alberta. None of our servers were able to get onto it. But that's all right. We're still going to talk about it because we just want to get these figures in our hands, and this is the best we can do right now. So, what are you thinking about Lantern Legacy so far, Dylan?
Oh, I'm very excited to get into this set. A lot of cool. All the different colors are just so exciting. They offer all their own kind of archetype and what they want to do and accomplish. So it's very
Yeah,
cool for team building, for sure.
I like how flexible they are because you can grab a lantern of whatever color you need, throw them into a different team, and you're going to feel their presence.
Oh yeah, big time.
But today we're largely talking about the archetypes that exist within the set and kind of celebrating those because this is the only time we get to do full Lantern Core kind of teams. And I thought it was going to be best to start out with some of the one shots because these you can put on any team. And this first one I've got up on the screen here, Charge the Ring, I think is going to be very important to keep in mind. So you want to give that a read for us there, Dylan?
When a friendly character with the Indigo Tribe Ring or Star Sapphire keyword, or any keyword that contains corpse, so that lets you get everybody.
Yeah, all of them.
So I'm not sure why the first part's there, but whatever.
Well, because they don't have core in those two keywords,
Ah,
so it gives you the whole spectrum here.
right. Easy to pass over.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, when they KO an opposing character after resolutions, you may replace them with another character with the same keyword on their starting click. The replacement character can't be more than 25 points, more than 25 points, more than the replaced character or power battery in its name.
Yeah, so you can't cheat the power batteries in, which is probably a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And how many times in HeroClix, from your memory, can we cheat in a higher point character than what we paid for?
Almost never.
That's what I'm saying. Like
uh,
that's why this is keyed in. Because the when I first looked at this, the most obvious thing in the world to me was the recruits, because they're 15-point starting line and 40 points on their big line, so exactly 25 apart. So you can just if they get a kill, you upgrade them, right?
yeah.
The more I was looking to this, the more I realized that a lot of the higher point figures in the set, especially out of the same core, are about 25 points apart,
Yeah.
which is very, very scary.
It's pretty cool built in kind of. You're charging up, so you're getting more powerful. It's pretty
Yeah,
thematic for
and
sure.
and what I missed the first time I read this was that the replacement character doesn't come in on the last click, they come in on their starting click.
Yeah.
So if you've got a big 100-point character that is down on the back end of their dial and they sneak a KO or take out a bystander real quick, you pay 10 points and you put a new 125-point character down full health.
Exactly. And
What?
there's a ton of ways to cheat those keywords on other figures now, so that
Yeah, I
opens up
do like that
the
you do have to
box.
stay within the same core,
Yeah.
which prevents a little bit of abuse because
Yeah, I guess the figure bringing in would have to have it, so yeah.
exactly. So I do like that. So we'll keep an eye on that when we're talking about some of these built-in things, because especially the Sinestro core, where there's a lot of really cool different characters you can play at the top end, you can 100% jump from one to the other.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I guess I'll go ahead and read the next one. Who's fragging next? This is for assassins and Lobo specifically. So when an opposing character damages a friendly character that's named Lobo or that can use a trait named the target, after resolutions you may give that opposing character a target token. This game, friendly characters with a the target trait treat that token as if it was generated by the trait, and friendly characters named Lobo deal penetrating damage to the character.
So
What you're thinking?
good way to get another target token out there, right? Target. Uh, yeah. So just sticking with the target for assassins. It's
Yeah, and especially because we're losing Talon, and the only other way that I know of to get a second target floating about is that Mr. Freeze.
freeze, yeah. Because Roz could do it too, right? Regular Roz.
Yeah, that's right. If the target was KO'd and there
Yeah.
was no one with a target, then he could sling some around. And we're losing both of those, so I like that they're keeping some of these side strategies functional and they don't just disappear when their core set rotates out.
Yeah, and for 10 points, that's definitely not bad. Definitely less good because they're not losing their defense powers now because of Talon, but at least it's still
Yeah, it's something.
functional.
And
Something, yeah.
and especially because you generate it after you get hit, so it's going to be able to come out in the game really, really early. Because you don't have to decide: do I put the target on a support figure that I know I have to kill, or do I throw it on their main attacker and just kind of take the challenge and fight front to back? Now you can kind of do both if you choose that support character first.
Yeah. All right. Next one is kind of a JSA themed one, I imagine. Heroes of the Past. When an opposing effect would reroll a friendly character's attack roll, you may choose to only reroll a single die.
That is very flexible. So when an opposing effect would reroll a friend, so you basically have to do it on your turn
Which,
because it's
yeah,
got to be your friendly attack roll.
which is kind of weird, but it's 5 points, so it's
Yeah, I
less.
mean, if you get probbed choosing to only reroll one die instead of both for 5 points, that's pretty nice. Especially with how many high defense values are running around where you have to hit, like a 9, 10, or an 11, and you finally hit it and then you get probbed. That feels horrible.
Yeah. The thing that kind of sucks about this, though, I guess you kind of have to make sure that they're
It's
out of probs because if you
Yeah, it's the
use this,
last one.
it's not a replacement. It's just another reroll. So
That's true. They could 100% just prop it again if they
yeah.
needed to.
Thanks for the five
So
points, sucker.
yeah, so I'd say use judiciously,
Yeah.
but I can 100% see this being like one of the few gotcha effects that exist in the game, where someone thinks that they've done it. Oh, you've hit this big line. I've probbed you. Like now you can't touch them anymore.
Yeah.
And then boot 5 points. I still got you.
Yeah, because you don't need line of fire. You don't need nothing, right? That's the great thing about it. It's map wide, so
Because how many times you like overextend for that alpha strike, and the other person looks up at you and they're like, "Okay, so you have no probs on this, right?"
that's it.
You just
Yep,
have
no
to
problems.
knock.
Yeah,
So I could see that coming in there. But
that's
let's hit
true.
the
That's
next
true.
one. Rage of the Red. When a friendly character that can use poison hits, after res, you may have them deal 1 damage to all adjacent opposing
Oh
characters.
man, that's poison's gonna be nuts with Mysterio and all the reds, and
That's what I was
it's a lot
thinking
of
with
extra pain.
Sandman running around.
Yeah,
I could see it of
I wouldn't.
but it doesn't really combo with any of the other poison effects in red because it's not actually poison. It's
Yeah,
just
it's just another kind
a
of
pseudo poison.
yeah. So could
But
be
it's not
could be
bad.
neat.
And I like that it's you have them deal the damage. So that way, if you take like the Red Lantern recruit, who only has 2 damage normally, if they get into that back line, they actually get a hit. A lot of these support characters only have 3 health and no reducer. Like they just have senses usually.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see this being something that kind of starts that ball rolling downhill. But
For sure.
I don't know if I got spot on my sideline for it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a lot of
May
what the gods going, but
That's true.
I mean, there's
You
stuff
know,
stuff in this set where they're coming back to your sideline. So
yeah. Maybe the Sinister Syndicate has a soft spot for the Red Lanterns. We'll find out.
all
Hit
right,
us with the next one.
so we got orange. Uh Words are hard. Avarice,
Avarice. Yep.
avarice of the orange. When an opposing character fails to break away after resolutions, you may place that character up to 3 squares away from its current square.
Yeah, this is really weird because there's not many effects that I know of in HeroClix where you get to place your opponent's character on their turn.
Very, very powerful. Especially on their turn, yeah.
Yeah, like that's super weird. Like it's not common to play on another person's turn like that.
And it's
Because this kind of, oh, sorry, go ahead.
nope, go ahead.
It kind of reminds me of the power gem that when you hit someone with a melee, you can place them a couple squares away,
Mm-hmm.
and that really never saw much play.
Or a spot now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's kind of feels bad already. You roll your breakaway fail, even if it's just like a free sidestep because you're trying to get your free sidestep in, and then all of a sudden now you're
Ooh.
deeper in the enemy's team. So that could definitely make
Yeah.
for some awkward placement.
And a lot of the orange lanterns have plasticity,
Yeah, I think
so I
it's
don't
there.
know if this will. Yeah, I don't know if this will actually find a home with orange lanterns because you're already punishing them for trying to break away. So ironically, I think this one would find a home anywhere else if it's going to be on the team.
Spider Ham.
Yeah,
Spider
that's a
Ham
good one.
team. Yeah.
Let me hit us with Terror of the Yellow. This one I thought was really, really good the first time I read it. But once I actually thought about how this plays out, I realized that it is not ideal.
Yeah, it's what
So,
they have. Yeah, sorry, good.
yeah, so when an opposing character attacks a friendly character that can use Perplex. So, my character is being attacked, my character can use Perplex. You can flip this over and modify the attacker's attack by -1. My problem with this is that you do this before the dice are rolled.
Mm,
So the only time I'm ever doing this is if the other person needs to hit like an 8 or a 9 already,
yeah.
and then I flip this to just kind of guarantee it.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, you're right. It'd be so nice to just. If it was.
Yeah, if this is a tip the dice effect, this is crazy broken.
Yeah. Well, even not even that, right? It's once a game, 5 points. So, where that one chick that can use the tarot, she can do that every turn.
Yeah.
Uh, what's her name? I don't know.
No, that's fair. I think everybody knows what you mean. But yeah, the one that can just modify plus or -1
Yeah.
on the dice there. And because hers is after everything's done, whereas this is before anything else is done.
Yeah, it definitely makes it way less.
I will say they are committed to the attack, though. So, kind of like Mimic, this creates a weird position where your opponent says they're going to do something. You say, okay, I'm going to flip this one shot, or I'm going to go ahead and roll for the Mimic. And the other person kind of freezes and they're like, oh, crap, I didn't know you had that. Can I do something else? It kind of feels bad. But I think specifically with Sinestro, this might be really good because he's got those high defenses. And you take away their positive modifiers, but in general,
Still,
I think you're just going to give them 5 points more often than not.
yeah. Saturnine was the character I was thinking about.
That's right.
Yeah, once per turn. Pretty strong. But yeah, it's definitely play it and sealed. I guess if you got it in your pack, you know.
Yeah, no reason not to send it there. But hit us with the next one, Resolve of the Green.
So, when a friendly character that can use willpower is attacked, you may choose that they can reduce penetrating damage this turn and reduce damage taken by one in additional to other effects. So, yeah, that's pretty huge. That's gonna be
a
massive
massive.
staple, I think, with Fortify. So that's 2 huge defensive ones now, right?
Well, especially because you can put willpower on your main attacker because you want them to have destroyer armor on them anyway.
Yep. And it's just
So
it's just use, so it's
yeah, you don't even have to succeed it.
yeah.
As soon as I saw this doing like the set review, I thought, wow, 50-point Kong is back, baby. Unnerfed and reducing extra damage. So I am glad that man's out of here.
Yeah, that'd be nuts. But with
Oh, yeah.
Tony Stark now,
That's true. If they're on a
Right?
start team, you're reducing damage by 2 minimum, and it's reducing pen.
That's pretty nasty. I'll definitely be rocking that one quite a bit.
Yeah, you're gonna be checking for all kinds of keywords, checking who's got your destroyer armor on them, and just slinging that on the sideline for sure.
Yeah.
And then I've got Rise of the Black here. 5 points for this one. When an opposing character would heal, you may choose that they instead can't heal this turn. If you do, generate a grave hindering terrain marker in their square. I'm
So
not sure how I feel about this one.
it could be like, I mean, in silver Black Lanterns, I think it could be good to get.
A cross map
Uh,
grave terrain marker.
I mean, it's situational though because they have to heal. So
Well, I'm thinking
uh,
that you're probably going to activate this mostly on like an herb bush.
I guess, yeah,
Or I can also see this on characters that have like that rely on like steel energy and flurry.
yeah.
So
Especially
I
if they
think
got
you're
Chthon on there.
yeah, so I think you're almost always going to be able to do this once in the game just because of how common those two things are. But I have no idea if this is good or if Black Lanterns actually want this.
Because I was thinking like it would be that's a cool way to get the grave drain, but really you're using it to stop the heal. Because at this point, if you're
Oh,
healing, there's you probably already have as many
no, no,
graves as you need,
no.
right?
I got it.
What?
This isn't for your just general use. This is specifically for people like Craven or the Prime uh, Swamp Thing Black Lantern
Mm-hmm.
that key off having the grave underneath someone.
Oh, for sure. But it's
Yes.
if they're at the point of healing, you're probably already in position to be able to put them under them anyways, right?
Well, importantly, this is just like Morlun here when it's they would heal.
Would them.
So even if they're top dial and are just next to the herb bush, you can still throw this under them at the end of the turn.
Is that how the bush is? Yeah,
Yeah, because
I
the
guess,
bush
right?
just heals, yeah.
Yeah. So even if you're
Uh,
full, oh,
So I would play around with this if you are having a character that cares about it. And until you're proven wrong, or you just have a better use of the 5 points, I'd probably play with it.
yeah. I mean, it's five. It's why not, right?
Yeah, who
The
cares?
the tens are a little tough. They got to be able to do something pretty good. But five, I
Well,
think, is
yeah, because
pretty.
that's your Daredevil right there. Your 10 points.
Yeah,
Would you rather have
yeah.
Daredevil or another target token?
or
Oh,
most equipment, or
that's true.
but I
But
mean,
let's get into the set here. Unless you had something else for these one shots.
oh, I was just gonna say the only other thing that was 5 points that's kind of useful is time breakers, but they're going away as well. So
Yeah, absolutely true. And I think we have to start with green, right? Like
makes sense.
there's no way we're not starting with green here.
It all started with green, so you know.
So I don't know how close you've looked at some of the lower rarity stuff in green.
Decently. I've kind of went through
Okay.
a decent amount. Yeah.
So there's a couple things that seem to be unilateral across the Green Lantern Corps here, and that is heavy focus on range attacks with enhancement.
Energy
And
shield.
this yeah, a lot of energy shield. And this keying off willpower thing, like either your own or other people's.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's really not a lot that ties them together outside of course, doing the Green Lantern carry a bunch of people.
Which is insane that they haven't done anything about that 8 carry.
That's true.
Pretty wild.
Well, I do think that this is probably going to be the keyword that utilizes the recruits the best, especially because their recruits are coming down with both precision strike and enhancement for everyone else as well.
Yeah. Defend 18 is not terrible too. There's a lot of low values in this set, so getting up to standard 18 is not bad.
Oh, you're talking about the who's got the defend 18?
The recruit.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
See, I think that they're going to be pretty functional, especially with the keyword cheating from Ganthet. Because then, even in set, you can kind of grab anyone that's not a Green Lantern and throw the keyword on them anyway.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on Rotlop Fan? Because I think this is the premier range attacker of the Green Lantern Corps. A little overcosted.
Right to the top, the Fishman.
Oh yeah, but I'm curious on your thoughts of this because we don't see some of these lines of text on range attackers for a reason.
Yeah, he definitely has the base to be real good, but 75 points
Is a
um,
lot.
is a
Is a
lot.
lot. Because I just see this fantasy of playing this character with this Green Lantern TA, taxiing around my two or three uh,
Oh,
little
it's
recruits.
definitely gonna be great and sealed for sure.
It's because normally when you think of dropship team, you think of this team, this Green Lantern carrying up the whole team right into your face, and then they're going to generate a bunch of like pogs or something like that right in your face, right? This is like the reverse, where you're like a battleship jumping around with these cannons that you just can't hide from. And he's making his willpower every turn. It's not like you're not going to get
Yeah,
shot by this thing.
plus one for each within range, not even line of sight. So
Yeah. So
that's gonna
I
be at
think
least
that's
plus
really
two.
cool and at least sealed.
Yeah, no,
That's just a two character combo that's going to pop off.
yeah, he's definitely cool for sure.
What
Okay,
about some of our Earth Green Lanterns? What do you think about them?
I am kind of. I'm really excited for the what was that guy? The Ganthet that can give the keyword and the team ability. I think that'll
Yes.
be some nasty combos that are going to be tough to go against for sure.
So
Um,
I
sorry.
do like that we do have the suite of support powers that you're normally looking for a functional keyword here. But I think the fantasy of having the like 45 point guardian that's gonna uniquely boost all of your Green Lantern's damage plus one. You've got the enhancement running around,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna get off this big sniper shot thing that is like the dream of this kind of team.
Very true.
You're just gonna get hit by super senses, and then they're just gonna run into you, and you're gonna fold like a house of cards. That's what it feels like.
I'm I am very excited about the Guy Gardner, the rare. Um,
Yes. Let me
be,
take a look at them.
being able to generate the constructs with your JLA, that is pretty huge. He's already
Absolutely.
got the big willpower. He's got a longer than normal or dial. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Got a
Um,
whole extra click on there.
it's tough every time they make Guy. He's only got toughness, but I guess it is what it
So
is.
yeah,
4 for 4, right?
when I saw this at first, I was thinking, wow, like I'm gonna be so upset when I end up on those bottom clicks. And then I took a second look at it,
Yeah.
and when you add the combat like modifiers to it, you've still got a 4 speed charge
Mm-hmm.
because you're gonna cut it in half and then add your two. You're still swinging with flurry, 13 for 4,
Yeah.
and you're beating out shape changes. Plus, you've got JLA for potentially 14 for 4.
Right. And more than likely, you're already going to be next to somebody when you get hit down that far, right?
Yeah, and you've got 19 defense from the plus 2, potentially 20 because you're in melee anyway.
And the chances of not getting kicked past those having 8 clicks, right? You're more than likely going to
Yeah,
stay there. You have the big willpower to keep going. So
you would need one heck of a piece of equipment on this dude to decide not to do that and just go full fury Guy Gardner.
and he's got the suite of keywords like Brute, Herald, Warrior, Green Lanterns,
Oh yeah,
the ring, the sword, the
you're getting
god,
whatever you
right?
want on this man. It's
I
Guy
guess
Gardner. You're just
I,
gonna grab it.
I guess you're not doing a god because you want to be able to
Yeah,
unequip
you
it,
want to
but
unequip him
yeah.
because I think if you're not using that bottom bit, he's considerably worse.
Oh yeah.
Because man, when you look at a modern character and you see naked attack, 16 defense, 2 damage on it, you're just like, ugh, get that away from me.
Yeah. But yeah, I think you start with the ring, right? Then you're 3 for you got the giant willpower basically.
Yeah, I think it's
Your
gonna be
constructs
solid.
are pretty big. Like I don't think it's anything that's it's gonna get into modern, but definitely very fun.
Well, what about the Prime Guy Gardener before we move on to our sub theme here? Because I'll let you know ahead of time because there's some misinformation going around
Oh,
right now.
what do
So
you got?
I'll fix you up.
Yeah, drop it on me.
The sideline active is just normal damage, and he has toughness top dial. So it's not possible to kill yourself. Because even if you roll a 6, you're going to reduce it down to 5, and you're going to be alive on your flurry click.
Mm, I mean,
That's still an awful scenario,
he's
but
so,
you're not just burning a sideline spot, rolling it, and going, all right, you get 45 more points.
a sideline and a prime,
That's true. It is a prime slot.
and you're already losing a guy. You have to play a guy with a Green Lantern corpse. It's just it's
Yeah, I could
neat,
see the
but it's
restrictions piling on.
even just playing him. Um, Maybe if he could dual wield constructs like the Chase can.
Well, remember, you can't put an equipment on him, so he can't even make his own.
No, I know. I just meant like if you're playing a main force.
Oh, I gotcha. Yep.
But like he doesn't do anything special, right? Charge full speed. That's great. You're still an 11 for
Yeah.
3. No exploit. Um,
I think he's going to be decent if you can combo him with like the Blue Lantern combos where they want a Green Lantern melee attacker because there's not a lot of them.
yeah.
But I don't know if that's worth a prime. Like I think that's a we're having a fun night using like 150 points out of this set where you pull out the main force Prime Gardener.
I think if it was reversed, if you're doing full damage to somebody and you're taking half damage,
Considerably better.
yeah.
Yeah,
But it's
considerably.
still not great though, right? Because you're still taking up your prime slot. You still need to play a Green Lantern, and then, but it, yeah, like it's playable at that point. At this point, it's tough for sure. Especially if you're the person that's KO'ing it has a reducer, then you're doing possibly one
Yeah,
damage. Like,
I
what do
can
you do?
definitely see him main force being your plus one longsword wielder on either green or red, and making use out of that full speed 12 for 4 with close combat expert, and then the other two people that are wielding the rings getting the bonuses of being able to use poison and willpower on those constructs. Like I
Yeah,
see the dream.
yeah,
I just don't know if I'm
yeah.
buying it.
That could, but again, the when we get the legacy red, what's it called? Lantern? No.
I'm not sure.
The batteries. Jeez, oh my god.
Oh yeah, yeah, the batteries.
That gives everything poison already, right? So I
Yeah,
think
depending on what click you're on, but you're gonna have it for the majority of it.
yeah, spending a prime slot to get that, I don't think is
Yeah,
great.
so
Could be
I'll
cool.
highlight the Kilowog real quick because I've done a lot of building with this dude.
Very excited.
Very very excited. Uh, I really like that this guy bleeds into the dream of the Lantern recruit concept, both with having PD on the dial and with giving you 30 points worth of the recruits to start with. So you're playing with 330 points instead of 300, which is really nice. And whether you're doing them at 50 or 100, I honestly think you just slap that destroyer armor on him and have a great time. Because he's got imperv, he's got willpower, and whenever he uses willpower and succeeds, he reduces the pin anyway.
Yeah, that's
So
huge.
you've got like this pseudo version of Colossus. Like you're swinging 13 for 5. Plus you're already bleeding into this big ranged attack backline that you're going to be able to create. I think he's worth a look. I'm going to be excited to put him on there.
He's definitely great to have him back. He's been out of Modern for a long time, so it's cool that we got a playable version. Other than John Stewart, that we do not have another playable version. I don't know why they hate this guy.
They really do. Like I love the architect design of John Stewart, and every time you see him in like panels, and like the inside of his constructs are always like with nuts and bolts, and they're
Well
uniquely
built.
made. I I don't know how I feel about this 75-point version.
It's so similar to the other one we got, the other super rare. You get this special power on the end here. Like I really like
Yeah.
the sniper thing he has, but you have to get there.
And
So
you do have to get there, and he's got no reducer to help you take damage. So very generous of them to allow a quarter of our team to take the damage we need to do what it's trying to do. But I hate leadership at the back end of a dial.
yep.
If I'm going to be putting a leader on my team, give me 4 actions from the start of the game, please. Don't make me hurt myself to do it.
Or close combat on a ranged character.
Yeah, that one's a little weird. I do like that he's marksman though. He's one of
Yep.
the few Green Lantern marksmen.
Yep. You just gotta
And yeah.
find a way to get there. I did want to touch on
Yeah, which one?
the Jessica Cruz team up card
Yes.
with the Simon Baz, which is actually pretty decent. So that'll give them both +1 stats. So that makes Simon a 10, 11, 18, 4 with range combat expert.
Yeah,
And
because
then
the only Simon Baz in the set is the legacy
is the
card, right?
legacy, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
then
just a heads up for anyone who doesn't know that pulls this team up card. You're not missing a character. It's not there.
and then yeah, he's a sniper, so he'll be a 10 running shot with 7 range, and he has free make a ranged attack
Ooh.
when he fails willpower. So double pen blast, 4 damage, 7 range, see through characters. I think is pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's not a joke.
All right, 60
And
points.
I do want to highlight as well that I think this is a really good point of design. Because when you play a Green Lantern, you want them to have the Green Lantern ring.
Yeah,
But if you're playing multiple, you can't do that. Like it's just not an option.
you get one.
So yeah, so I do like that there's a couple of Green Lanterns throughout the set that get a bonus for failing willpower.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to happen more often than not on a normal willpower. So I love the design choice to say that willpower still matters for these characters. They're still Green Lanterns. We're just going to give you the other side of the coin to kind of point you in the right direction. Hey, you don't want your ring here, put it somewhere else, but we're still going to be cool.
And it's very thematic for Simon Baz because he actually carries a pistol on him because he always thinks the ring's gonna fail him. So
That's right,
he
because
has
he's
it
got
as
that
backup.
fear, right?
Yeah. So that
But
is
let's
pretty
switch
cool.
over. Let's switch over to yellow, and I'll use Arkillo as the jumping off point.
Okay.
'Cause I think Arkillo has the opposite problem as Simon Baz, where Simon makes a lot of sense cohesively, a really cool point of design, whereas Arkillo is kind of clunky as this. He's a rare unique, so these will usually be their own self-contained archetypes. This is no exception. Similar to his prime version, he wants to be built with recruits, specifically when he's given any type of capital action, move closer range. After resolutions, you may give up to 2 friendly characters with a recruit in their name within 4 squares the same type of action as free.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I mean, top dial, you're getting 2 free attacks on this big dude that's already trying to attack. Like, if you see the brute and warrior and monster keywords all in the same character, you know this dude's trying to box. Like, he's trying to get in there. High point values, very tough to use. His own free attack only works against people of less points than him. Now, granted, that is just on his top dial at 145. But that's not where my problems are. My problems are that all 3 of the recruits don't like to melee attack on their low dial, except for the Red Lanterns, which he doesn't even really combo with outside of just them being recruits. Like the Sinestro core have sidestep energy explosion 2 damage. Green Lanterns, precision strike, which is probably hilariously one of the better things to combo this with, just because precision strike gets through defenses very well.
Mm-hmm.
But still 2 damage. Red Lanterns, probably the best thing to use with them, because again, precision strike, but 2 damage. So the only real thing you're doing with these is doing a close, because Arkillo doesn't have a range to use his capital range. And he doesn't have super strength, so I can't even pick up something to throw at you to then get my Sinestro recruits to do free energy explosions, which would be sick.
It definitely feels like an oversight, like something that they might errata to give him 4 range or something. But
Give me super strength, please.
yeah,
I don't care. Like, yeah, just let me pick something up while I full speed charge. He's massive. Yeah. And then once I kill that person, generate another Sinestro recruit. Let me throw that flaming dumpster fire at somebody. And then I'm going to energy explode you twice. Like, let me live the dream, please. So now I got to find a way to put super strength on this dude to do it myself.
Yeah, and then you're losing all the other stuff that you want to put on him, right? Like the close
exactly.
expert, the freaking the ring, right? So
I don't know. Maybe I'm just gonna kill somebody that's equipped and then throw their equipment and call it a day.
Nice.
But let's talk about the rest of the Sinestro core, because there's some sick high end for Sinestro.
I'm very excited about this Hal Jordan, this regime team up card.
Yeah, if it says Justice League theme team, you know I've already looked at it. Come on now.
So I believe this is off of the Injustice game, because I don't think you're using a Justice League team up as the bad guy, but yeah, I mean he's pretty decent for 50 points, triple targets, precision, right, hypersonic, outwit, 5 range, perplex.
And I do like that it's keyed up off of whenever you attack and damage one or more characters. So even if you have a character with flurry, they'll get this bonus in the middle of their flurry. Because this bonus isn't after resolution, it's just after damage. So if you've got Caveman Wally, he's going to put himself up to +3 attack and off of this.
Yeah.
Just with the +1 longsword in his first 2 attacks. So when that third attack drops, you're swinging for a 13.
And then
which is insane.
Then all your other team has +3 attack for the rest of the turn, right?
Yeah, like this is, especially having outwit top dial, and perplex for that matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got a short dial, but I think that could be really good for sure.
That's going to be absolutely sick. Yeah.
Does he?
Cool. The Caveman Wally West?
Oh yeah, he does for sure. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, that's a good 1-2 combo. Set it up just on that.
Mm-hmm. And then
what do you got next?
I'll talk about Prime Sinestro here, because I figure we can just hit some of the top end of the Sinestro core, because we've got Prime Sinestro, Superboy Prime, Mongol, and Cyborg Superman that are all very high points where you're probably never going to play them all together, but a lot of them are within 25 points of each other. So if you play one, it's not difficult to jump into the other one and get to have your cake and eat it too, which I'm a really big fan of.
Oh yeah, so you play the Sinestro and then have that charge the battery, jump into Superboy Prime once Sinestro gets low, right? Takes a big hit.
Yeah, jump into Superboy Prime, or you can jump into full point Mongol and just start going ape on somebody.
Is Mongol that? He's decent.
He's all right, but he's so hard to kill. So it's just a massive 100-point denial on the Sinestro.
Yeah, that's insane.
So I'll start with Sinestro just because he's the most obvious team in a box here. The main thing, of course, is that first trait. So I think he's going to be played a lot at 50 points, just kind of snuck onto a team just for that. But if you are playing him on the Sinestro core as like a theme and as a leader of that core, you're never going to put the ring here for the very simple reason that you can perplex up your own defense. You can have the destroyer arm on them, and suddenly you're a 22 defense walking around without any help from anyone else. And the other team can't modify anything of theirs to even touch you. You may not have a massive punch behind it like Colossus does, but it's going to be almost impossible to get this Sinestro off the map if you're playing him full points.
You're saying the destroyer armor on him?
Yeah, 100 points destroyer armor on this dude. You can't modify your stuff. I have a built-in perplex. I'm 22 defense forever.
Wouldn't his trait stop that though?
Ooh. Ooh, you are right. Because he can't be modified either.
Yeah.
I am crazy. Bro, I would have slapped that down so fast.
I don't want to play in that world, man.
Yo, that'd be sick. I'm still saying, though, 19 defense.
19
that does give you a good reason. That does give you a good reason to use the ring on him, though, because then you're -2ing their attack. Yeah. Okay. I'm less high on it than I was. I'm still high in my make-believe world.
Yeah.
But I'm still so down for this, bro.
I just wish they would have given him something, some kind of a little bit uniqueness on his attack power there. It just seems.
I think they very much lean. Yeah, I think they very much leaned into that idea of fear being like a measure of control. Because you're lowering their stats with him in the ring, and you're giving them action tokens. So, like, gameplay-wise, that's the kind of game you're going for, where you're out-actioning them, they can't hit you when they do have actions, and you're just slowly beating them down.
How many things?
But that doesn't... Yeah, it doesn't come off well in reality, I found.
Like, how cool would it be just to do, like, a mini move, right? Like, you hit, and all hit characters, you can move one square. With improved movement, right?
I would absolutely love if this said, Pulse Wave, when Sinestro uses it after resolutions, generate a construct next to each hit character.
Oh.
So that way you just feel like this master of the yellow ring and can do it all.
That would be wicked. That'd
low
be a little strong.
Yeah, but you're still limited to only one of each construct, so it's not like you're getting a bunch of blades on it.
And you're only having it at 100-point line too, right? So
yeah. 50-point line, unfortunately, I think this is going to see more play.
Of course, yeah.
But Charge Blade's Outwit isn't very exciting. It's just for the freaking trait. Yep. But you want to hit Superboy Prime?
What? No, I'm going to do Batman, man. I don't want to...
You can do Batman? Yeah, hit Batman.
I don't want to take your boy from you, man.
I mean, you're a big Superboy Prime fan. You've been begging for this character.
I do like Prime, for sure, but... We'll
hit the Batman real quick.
Alright, so we got another Sinestro Corpse Batman. He does have a cool perplex. When Batman uses it, target characters can't use improved targeting until your next turn. So that is huge. // opposing line is a fire drawn to friendly characters within 3 squares of Batman are hindered. So kind of like a team-wide stealth. And
it's guaranteed stealth.
Yeah, because you can't see through hindering. So the only thing that's stopping him is kind of the 5 range. Also has a great energy explosion that deals damage that are less points, so he's 60, so 60 or 100, so that's mostly getting off. 2 stop clicks that give action tokens when he after resolutions, remove an action token from Batman and given that's spelled wrong, and given an action token to an opposing character within range.
When this click is revealed after res, remove a token from him and give an action token to an... Yeah, you're 100% right.
Yeah. So that's pretty unique. I wish he had running shot on a 60, but...
Well, I like that he's got these 2 stop clicks on the dial. I really wish what WizKids would do for these characters is put that first stop click on the red starting line. So, like, on click 4, give them this stop click. That way, on their small dial, their defense powers are protected outwit and pulse wave, which would give some of these characters like such a strong vibe to them.
That's pretty strong, yeah.
Like, I really wish they would do that.
I'm That would be pretty sick. Yeah, even just giving him a reducer for one click would be
Mm-hmm.
nice. But yeah, I think he's definitely playable. Team wide
He,
stealth with you can't see through it no matter what you do. I guess there's kind of some ways
yeah,
like
there's
that
like improved
spider
targeting,
pog.
hindering, and like giant size. But with his own perplex, he can take that away from people.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's stuff that says that things can't be hindered.
Yeah, like Spider.
The spider pog and some old tarot cards, but
Man,
that's
I really like this kind of idea of Batman, and I enjoy this line of text that they're throwing out a lot now, where you can only do something to characters of less points than you.
mm-hmm.
And I
Smart.
love just flavor wise that they're putting that on Yellow Lanterns, because if you're stronger than them, why are you afraid of them?
Yeah.
So I like that they get a bonus just kind of baked in. And I'm still actually going to give you Superboy Prime because I want to talk about Mongol.
Okay.
I've been asking for this character since I started playing the game.
Mongol.
Even as
Big
a
Mongol
kid,
guy.
I was looking for Mongol because I grew up on the animated Justice League, and one of the very first like major villains you see that gives Superman a run for his money is Mongol on Warworld.
Hmm.
And you just get to see Soups for the first time, like especially me as a kid, just getting bashed up. And him, of course, being able to overcome it. But it made me build this character in my head. So I've been wanting to put him on the map for so long. So he does have a trait, the Mongol Core. He is 125 points. So if you start with Sinestro or Batman, you can jump this way if you want. Batman being easiest because he's got stop clicks, obviously.
Yep.
But we've got Perplex that only does other characters, which you can get around with the ring because that'll just give you normal Perplex if you want it. And then once per turn, when a friendly character uses Perplex, target an opposing character. After res, you may deal that opposing character 1 penetrating damage. That's actually the second time we see that trait in the Yellow Lanterns here. So if you combo it with the other one, which I don't remember exactly what character it is now, I think it might be Hal. Yeah, it's the team up card for Hal. You can actually ping someone multiple times a turn by comboing them together for 2 penetrating damage off of Perplex, which is nasty.
Oh,
And then we,
the regular Hal wasn't it? Or no, it is the. Oh,
yeah, I think it's the
yeah,
team up, the
yeah, yeah.
fear of
My bad.
losing Carol.
Yeah.
And so this Mongol's like got two sides of him. You start out as this absolute hoss with leadership, running shot, 5 range, 19 invincible. Like, I'm gonna run around the map, I'm gonna blast you, I'm gonna make chainsaws in your face, or whatever the heck the new construct is. And then what's great is that when you actually hit me and I get down to this stop click, I can jump all the way across the map because it's minimum 6 squares. So if you're too close to someone, it actually doesn't work. But you boom tube down to the other side of the map, put yourself right in front of all their support, and then your flurry close combat expert super strength. So even if 4 damage isn't killing some of these supports, you're still knocking them back into something for extra damage. I'm in love, man.
Could be nasty.
I'm gonna start every game fighting your front line with my front line, and we're just gonna bash it out in the middle. And then when you're actually winning, because none of my powers actually help me do that, boom, I'm in your back line killing your support.
Yeah, and then even off that stop click after you do that, then you can jump into Arkillo as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
145. So
So I love it.
pretty interesting. What are you going with them? You going with the ring on him?
Yeah, largely because he's already got close combat expert.
Yeah,
So
down
putting
bad.
like the
Yeah.
free blade on him doesn't really help at all. But this would be a person I'd consider for Animal Man when we eventually get to him.
Oh man, Animal Man, so good. So let's do Superboy Prime here. He's got Superman ally and enemy. He's got man. This set is. I think that's how they're dealing with the brute keyword and herald keyword. They're just going to give you them all. So
Yeah.
you have to choose what you want to put on them. So this is a huge trait for this guy. Perplex adjacent opposing characters to increase their single d6 rolls by -1. So that's board wide. That's everybody. That's huge. huge, huge, huge. He has a pretty cool attack power on his last couple clicks. Superboy Prime modifies his attack +1, deals unavoidable damage when he attacks characters that are giant or colossal. So pretty much one per team. Everyone's got one of those guys, so that's gonna be big. And then his last special power is I like how they're starting to do this. The power cosmic only
Yeah, so
on
once you
clicks there.
beat down the person, they lose it. Like
Yeah,
they get depowered for getting hit.
yeah, and that gives them close combat expert. Another really cool trait, or not trait, but opposing characters
Yeah,
with a
just
lower.
basically, he's got it
Yeah,
the whole dial.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Opposing characters with a lower point value than Superboy Prime modifies attacks -2 when attacking them. So he can stack them up with the Destroyer armor, and then they're a -2, you're a +2, making them damn near impossible to hit.
Untouchable.
Yeah,
Like, because the only other thing that's touched him at that 200-point line is other 200-point characters.
yeah. The only thing I wish is like a precision or some exploit
Yeah,
damage, but
something to really help you get that damage through.
yeah. But I think he could definitely be played at both point lines. For 75, you're getting most of his cool stuff, right? But then you're kind of worried about getting hit past. You can just pen blast him for his life, right? But he's still got what, 6
Yeah, I mean, he's
clicks?
still, and he's
Six.
only really getting hit by people that are over 75 points, which is not a ton of
That's
characters. Like,
true,
it's really just the main attacker
especially with
these days.
losing Colossus, right?
Yeah. Like, they do like to do that 80-point prime thing, which is probably good that your prime is beating someone else's super rare.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm very excited to get this guy. Definitely going to be playing him a lot. I
And I
wish.
do like that
So,
the uncommon Kyle Rayner for the Sinestro core also does the -1 to D6 rolls on a perplex.
oh my goodness.
So if you really need to pile on that ability, you totally can.
Get Major Logan in there too.
Yep, -3. You're not winning any roll. I don't care if you're Spider Family or
Yeah.
not.
Get
You're
out of
screwed.
here.
So I do like that these Yellow Lanterns have these big, just monstrous characters on them.
Yeah.
And that you're not even restricted to one just because of how their point values work.
Yep. Superboy,
And you can,
Batman, and
yeah, and that
Sinestro.
flavor of fear is different for all of them, which is awesome.
But probably the best thing they're bringing is 10-point perplex. Like that Sinestro Corporate
100%.
finally
Like
an
the
easy perplex to add on any team.
That's why I really like the Sinestro Core recruits is that every single one generated comes with their own perplex.
Only
So you
negative
can
though, but
that's fine. I
it's
will
still
minus your attack to oblivion.
yeah. No, that's
So
true.
I'm all for it.
That, they definitely got a lot of cool pieces.
Let's let's jump to the other side of the fence here because actually I guess I do need to riff on Cyborg Superman as is my Kryptonian desire. Of really really cool way to generate extra characters like with the Manhunters. I am expecting this Manhunter Pog to get an errata because for whatever reason the Manhunter Pog he makes does not fly.
Ooh.
I don't know why. I'm assuming this is some kind of error, but it has been confirmed by the dude that uploads things onto HC units that this is correct as we see the Pogs. But it's a little bit awkward to generate them with Cyborg Superman because you perplex the opposing character and then generate the Manhunter next to that character, which is the only place on the entire map I don't want my running shot range combat expert piece to be.
Especially with the other Manhunter Pog that gets made from the Guardian of the Universe, the 99 character. It's the
Yeah, they
same.
do fly.
Yeah, it's the same stats too.
Yeah, they just don't have the Superman enemy.
So
Now, generating a 0-point Superman enemy Pog is disgusting. Because then you guarantee get your outwits.
yeah,
So I do like that, but I really wish we made them next to Superman, Cyborg Superman, to actually make use of the Manhunters a little bit better. But let's jump over to ultraviolet if you want to take a crack at those lanterns.
Let's click this to generate two. You're saying you don't want to. What was your problem with? Sorry.
The first way you generate those pogs with Cyborg Superman is
Yeah.
his main trait, the perplex,
Yeah.
and
Oh, the
they
perplex.
generate. Yeah, they generate next to the person you're hitting. Like otherwise, you
Uh,
have to wait till you get hit, which normally means someone's in your face punching you,
I mean, at least
and then you can generate them next to you off the stop click.
yeah, because they're pretty tough for melee attackers. I mean, at
Yeah,
least you're tying them up, I guess. But
I
yeah,
want my range combat experts to be
yeah,
the range combat
yeah.
boss.
Copy. So they totally saved John Stewart this set with giving him a prime and this cool new ultraviolet corpse. The new ring, mind control. You hit, give everyone the keywords. And the best thing it adds, because mind control, you always hit the mind control and then they miss their attacks,
Yeah, and then they miss everything.
making the mind control pretty tough, right? But now, where is the ring at?
If you just search ultraviolet or
Okay,
like just click on the
yeah,
keyword, it'll bring up just the four, which only four characters for a keyword, but still having actually only three characters and equipment,
mm-hmm.
but still having them be able to add up to a full team that you want to play together, I think is really cool.
Yeah. I'll definitely be playing that for sure. Hopefully, I pull all these guys. But yeah, after the mind control, you do one unavoidable for each opposing character that missed during that action. So you can do a triple target mind control, and you're all doing one unavoidable either way. So that'll be super nice. He has a trait mind control when he uses it. They all have this trait. The
Yeah, that's just your darkest self shall be our night is on all of these ultraviolets.
Yeah, so you're dropping their keywords, which is huge for mastermind, for leadership, for any kind of special things that they have for keywords, right?
Well, yeah, because
Um,
right now there's no reason to play a theme team unless you really want to decide if you go first or not. And the only reason you normally do is if another character gets a bonus, like being able to prob map wide with Thunderbolt or something like that. So being able to just break that immediately off their team is kind of nuts.
yeah. You know what also it does? It makes it so the ring bearers on their team can't use the
Don't
constructs for
work,
free. Yeah.
which is sick.
Yeah. It is pretty huge. And then the only thing that's kind of tough is they give him hypersonic on both dials, so we can't
Yeah, it
hypersonic
does
mind
not work.
control. So that makes things a little awkward, right? You got to kind of
Hmm.
TK mind control, which is not great.
Yeah, I
But
don't know why they didn't just give him full speed charge, especially
yeah,
because he's got exploit his whole dial, and when he doesn't, he's got combat expert.
I think it's because his name right up here, John Stewart, is why.
Yep. Oh, I see. He's got the
Yeah, yeah,
John Stewart debuff. I
yeah.
got you.
You can't make him too good, you know.
Yeah, it's like an Iron Man. Like you got to limit him
Yeah,
somehow.
energy explosion. Yeah, give it to him. And then his damage power, weak is flesh. Outwit. When an opposing character is hit with mind control after illusion, deal that character one pen damage until your next turn. They can't use protected outwit or safeguard. So that's huge as well. Um,
Especially because he himself is packing the outwit.
yeah. So he can hit you, do the mind control, do the ping damage from the ring if they miss, and then
Well, I can already tell you
outwit you
how
for the
this is
next
going to
attack.
play out for me.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I'm gonna I'm gonna charge in once once I can mind control you anyway. I'm gonna hit this mind control. I'm gonna make you run back into your team and try to keep you about 5 squares away from me for this outwit I'm gonna hit you with. And then I'm gonna outwit your speed power so you can't do anything back to me.
Very nice.
And then next turn I'm gonna rinse and repeat.
Yeah. It just there's because you want to give him the ring, so it's just so tough. Hypersonic, man. Like,
I think that this is gonna be crazy because you really do want the ring on the prime. But I think Sinestro is just a little bit better with it.
yeah,
And I'd
which is
have to
crazy.
find something else for John.
I mean, I guess you could give him Animal Man, give him like charge, and then pick a power.
I feel like what's going to happen, because the points for this work out almost exactly for anybody who hasn't looked at these. You can play
And you got 10
either,
points. Yeah.
Yeah, you can play all three of them top line if you want for Umbrax, John, and Sinestro. Wait a minute, is there no ultraviolet battery?
No, no, because this is brand new. This corpse just got introduced.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna say you can drop John to his lowest point line and free up an extra 50 points for anything if you wanted.
Yeah, I think you
But
play him
maybe
at
not if
50
there's no
anyways.
battery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to break the theme here because I love the idea of having just a two-man team because you don't see that in HeroClix ever. Like if you're doing that, you're either very new to the game or one character's like 250 points and the other character's like super cheap for support. But having two characters be pretty much equal is very, very rare.
For sure.
But I guess I'll hit Sinestro real quick. We've got our same trait here. We get the mind control. We take their keywords. We get the +2 attack. Yada yada. Power cosmic, which is ideal. And then we've got this massive 150 point line, massive 6 range in this set, 10 speed running shot. So this is the guy that you're opening the gate with.
And he's got
And then
triple target. He's just better
yeah,
than
triple
John, man.
target.
Like that's
Triple target precision strike energy explosion.
longer
I
range.
love that combination.
Yeah.
And if you've already got this the ultraviolet keyword, now he's dealing precision penetrating damage to you. Plus, and this is why I want the ring on him, or if not the green ring, the blue ring. Because you can do empower and enhancement, so you work with the blue ring just fine, plus your leadership. And when Sinestro uses it, friendly characters, i.e., the 3 people you mind controlled, are considered adjacent to him, so they would get the +1 damage buff and the +1 attack buff if you did slip the blue ring onto this guy. But with triple bolts, like, how do you not put the ultraviolet ring on him?
Yeah, and longer range.
Yeah, and plus you get the running shot even on
And
the
running
low
shot,
dial too.
It just works better.
He
That's
does.
So sad. I mean, John has
I
the cool can't use equipment and can't use outwit, I guess.
Yeah, I think they pair together really well.
Yeah.
But if you're just looking at them in a vacuum, I don't think it's close.
But yeah, I guess John's better just hitter, right? Like,
Yeah, you got a close range attacker, a long range attacker, and they both combo off of each other.
yeah, you kind of
'Cause
open
both
up
of-
with Sinestro and then do a
Yeah,
hype
exactly.
attack with John with exploit and precision. Can't use
And
equipment, outwit. Yeah.
like normally, if I'm looking at that, I'm thinking this isn't very good, right? Because John can't actually do the thing. But
When an opposing character is hit with mind control, that's not his. That's an opposing character is hit with mind control.
for which one, sir?
For John's special
Yes,
damage.
yes.
So that definitely Sinestro. That's a pretty cool too.
Like they are very
Yeah.
neatly interwoven, where all the power is split pretty nicely. Where if you just play Sinestro, you are gonna miss John. Plus,
Interesting.
John doesn't need to hit mind control to give them the UV token. He just needs to hit them at all.
Yeah.
So you can hypersonic in, do a close combat attack with precision on 2 different people, and get the UV keyword on for Sinestro to follow up and get that +2 attack.
Yeah, or vice versa too, right? Like it's
Exactly.
yeah, that's neat.
And I think without Umbrax, it's solid. Like it definitely works with those 2. But it is so important that the planet, which we didn't talk about Mogo at all, so I guess we'll do it here. Umbrax has TK. So it doesn't matter if you need to TK Sinestro or TK John, because at the beginning of the turn you just choose a friendly character that has ultraviolet keyword, so you choose whichever one you're not going to TK.
Mm-hmm.
And then you TK them up, and then you've got prob from them as well.
Yeah.
Or actually, I guess you could TK the character you chose. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
So Umbrax ties it all together in a really neat bow. Because he also has mind control. So you can run John into place, and then from John, triple target 4 range mind control from Umbrax to then line it up for Sinestro to follow in. And if you push them all together, you've got this massive energy explosion nonsense if you're not going to mind control. I, I've never seen them make a more neat combination that just works.
And after every mind control, they're taking 10 damage. Yeah, that's it's pretty nasty.
My only complaint is that you do need a super rare prime, a super rare, and a chase to make it work. But I'm here for it, especially with just 3 pieces.
Gotta be a whale.
Yeah, you gotta be a whale for sure.
What do you think about these planets though? Taking 1 to 3, you're taking unavoidable every time you do an action. So that's
it's not costed action.
Yeah.
It's just action. So freeze also counts. So Mogo has a free like gravity manipulation thing that he can do. So it's a little bit easier to trigger Mogo if you do need him, get him down dial. I think Umbrax is going to feel worse, largely because if you choose Sinestro because you want this prob on Sinestro's attack and TK up John, there's a 50% chance you lose your prob right away.
Yeah.
Because he only has it top click. But if you choose John, which I think will be the standard, you're giving John +1 damage off of that hypersonic, which is really nice because you do have the +1 damage from Empower here that you could give him.
And then, +1 from Sinestro too, so.
Yeah, so you can make it work, but it's going to feel real bad every single game that you lose this prob right away.
That's just, it's tough.
But I do like that their back end isn't useless. Like every time you take a damage, your attack goes up and your damage goes up.
Yeah, and then that big attack on the last dial.
Yeah, it's just massive.
No.
So I like the way they play. I don't know if they're going to feel oppressive or if they're just going to be like oh yeah, I guess you can do that kind of feeling.
I feel
but we'll have to actually play with them.
With them damaging themselves, I think you're fine with it. But
yeah, I think Umbrax is going to survive longer than Mogo in most games. But I feel like Mogo with the Green Lanterns giving all the +1 range damage, he's just going to snipe someone for 8 damage at like the tail end of the game, and you're just going to be like, yep, I guess that's over. Forgot about that.
The planet. I just wish they would have made these things 2x2s, kind of like the Spider Rex and the Spider Tower, you know?
Especially if there's only 2 of them, it'd be really cool to get them outside of the set so they're easier to attain.
Yeah.
Especially because both of those keywords are really cool to play with. But let's jump to orange. There's not a lot of orange characters. Definitely less cohesive than Ultraviolet for sure. Because you technically can play kind of an orange team with Lex, Hal, Kyle, and then like a bunch of the constructs, but I don't think you really want to do that.
And it doesn't really give you any kind of spice. It's just kind of...
Yeah, I think it's got to be Larfleeze, man. And I know you don't really believe in this character yet.
I mean, I just upset they kind of made the exact same character from Batman Team Up, you know, just a little bit different spin on him.
Yeah.
I like some other lanterns, but you gotta have orange, you know? He's the orange guy.
Yeah. Just by his nature, there kind of can't be a big orange core, right?
But make the chase Lex Luthor and Larfleeze a super rare or a rare, right?
Oh yeah, just kind of flip them.
Yeah.
Put a little bit more juice into Lex.
Yeah.
I do like that they're leaning into the one-man armies that are not 300 points exactly.
Yeah.
Because there's so many good one-shots, sideline elements, equipment that you want to play on a good team because they do make your team better. But on, like, you're already giving up so much to do one-man armies normally because you've only got 11 clicks of health versus the enemy team having 300 click or 30 clicks of health.
300.
Yeah, 300 would be nuts. That's maybe my multiple man team. And you've also only got 1 to 2, maybe 3 attacks on these versus the 6, 7, or 8 that the full team's going to normally have. So you're giving up a lot just on team composition choice alone. That dropping them off of 300 does free you up quite a bit.
Yeah, he does some cool stuff. It's just not something I'm excited about personally, but yeah,
That's fair.
excited to see other teams, other people play it.
I'm definitely going to give it a shot. And just to give a quick rundown for people at home that may not have seen this yet, it's a pretty cool concept. You've got plasticity and steel energy, so you're going to be healing up every time you do a close attack. And the orange ring, if you haven't looked at that, rewards you for doing close attacks. Because if you have plasticity, which we do, whenever you hit a close attack, that's when you can unequip a character and equip it to yourself. Now, normally, if you have an equipment on you and you're equipped with something else, you have to drop that first equipment to the ground. And so both of these big orange lanterns have done a really cool way to get around that, where Lex can equip two equipment, so he can just drop the newest thing he's got, and he can always keep the orange if he wants. And Larfleeze instead can destroy the new equipment instead of being forced to equip it. And he even gets a bonus to stats when he does that. But I think the thing that's going to surprise the most people and is going to make me open much more of this set than I plan to, even though I do plan to open a lot of it, is that at the beginning of the game, you have to generate the 013 Orange Lantern construct on its red starting line for every single character the other team has. So instead of being a one-man army, you have their entire team plus one. So you actually have action economy on your side, which is kind of crazy.
And they're not bad either.
They're not. They're sidestep. They're poison. They're toughness, and they're a rollout with 3 damage.
Yep.
Plus, they've got that really tenacious. If you try to sidestep too close to me, then I can sidestep too thing going on.
Plasticity, yeah, like they're one of the better
Yeah,
recruits.
I think against teams that can't deal with being swarmed, because notice you don't have like a way to increase your action economy. Like you don't have leadership here or anything. So you've got however many characters that ends up being, and a solid 3 actions to play with.
I mean, they got flying, so they can kind of daisy chain each other.
That's true. Yeah, you
Sidestep,
can do the
sidestep flying.
yeah, either the multiple man kind of shimmy, or what was I calling it at the tournament?
The shuffle.
The kingpin shuffle. Yeah.
Shuffle, yeah.
So you can do that, but it's gonna be tough because if the minute you play against a team that doesn't care how many people you have on the map, you're just gonna get blown back with this team. Because this stop click doesn't actually save you if you can't KO at least 3 constructs.
Yeah. And that that counts for the rings too, so you could also do that like the monster construct, and then like a sword as well, or a bat, or a
yeah, because you remove all friendly bystanders, which I think constructs count as bystanders, and friendly Orange Lantern constructs. Yep. So yeah, I see it, and I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna be mad every time it doesn't work at all. But I'm gonna give it a run. I'll shoot it out.
It could be decent, but
we'll find out. Why don't you hit us with red? What are we doing there?
Oh, I'm going to touch on Lex a little bit here.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
So definitely not great and sealed, but he does have a cool trait. When an opposing character within range of line of fire uses prob, Lex may reroll that. May reroll the roll they rerolled. A lot of rolls. He may be equipped with 2 equipment, so that's always fun. There's a lot of things you can do with that.
Yeah, without even doing the orange stuff, like you can equip him with 2 of anything.
Yep. It's just tough because like he's 60 points. You're putting at least 20 points of equipment on him, and he's 4 clicks. So I would have liked at least 5 to make me feel a little better, but 4 is pretty easy to run through.
Yeah, I would have loved either Invincible or 19 defense on that first click.
Yeah, it's I'm glad we have him. I'm definitely going to try to play him at 120 because I just don't think he can do it at 60. Even with Destroyer, you're a 19. You still don't have you still can just get exploited for your life. You know, like
You at least
it's
have
tough.
Mastermind up top.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I think up top, at least you can do something right. Then you're 21, and then you can get whatever else you want, right? But he's interesting for sure.
I look forward to see how you do it. And
Yeah,
for some reason, Sade is also in the Orange Lantern core, which we
yeah.
haven't talked about Blue yet, but I'm just gonna pretend that I don't see this
Okay.
because
Talk
that
about it in
feels
blue.
weird to me. Yeah, I don't like it.
He's you look at him. He's got all of them though. He's got blue, green, orange. Oh, just blue, green, orange. That's weird. Huh. I thought he
Yep.
had. Yeah.
On to
All right.
red.
Yep.
I'll let you take red because I know you've been super excited about this.
Red. What do we want to talk about in red?
I mean, you gotta hit the most recently revealed.
We start at the top. Start at the top. The engine that makes it all tick. Atrocitus
100% man.
and Dexter. I was super hoping that we weren't going to miss out on my boy again for another Lantern set. Last one has been like 10 years ago.
I like that they snuck in Dexstar with them because I
Yeah,
know people love Dex.
yeah, that's definitely cool seeing him on top there on the shoulder. So he's 75 or 150 and 70. He has You Kick My Cat. He starts the game with a Dexstar Bystander, which is actually a pretty good little plug. Hypersonic, Blades, Poison, Super Senses, and Battle Fury. So
Yeah,
definitely
the
not
Battle Fury on that's super nice.
something you can't necessarily ignore, right? That's pretty good. When that gets KO'd, you get +1 stats, which is always awesome.
Especially because you're not going to sit there and just ignore this poison blade piece that's
Yeah.
running halfway across the map
Yeah.
each time.
Hypersonic 8. Yeah, it's a pretty good reach.
And I think he flies too, so he even
Oh,
ignores
he
most of the
does.
map. Like, you don't even have to mess
And
about
he's
with anything.
and he's tiny too, so you can
Yeah, he just
carry him.
goes.
Yeah, +1 from range. But his special thing that kind of makes Red Lanterns go is friendly characters with the Red Lantern Corps keyword have a minimum range of 3, and when this character uses poison, opposing characters within range of line of fire are considered adjacent. So, ranged poison is we found out with Sandman pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah. So he gets leadership and prob as well. The only tough thing is he doesn't get that on his starting click at 70. So
Yeah, you do got to pay him at the big boy clicks if you're doing
yeah,
Red Lantern as like a keyword.
I mean you can self damage him down to get that, but that always feels tough on a guy that doesn't have a stop click, doesn't have you know such a long dial. But that's always an option you could do, but feels a little scary.
Well, I like that if you are playing him on the big boy clicks, you do get leadership and prob.
Yeah.
At 150 points, though, there's not really a lot of actions you're using for that leadership. But I think he's partially saved here thanks to the team up card for Lara. I don't know if you've looked at this or if I'm even
Oh,
pronouncing her name correctly.
the give everyone battle fury.
Exactly. If
Yeah.
she's on a Red Lantern Corps theme team, all the characters, friendly and opposing, can use Battle Fury. So that's the enemy team can't carry each other. You can't be in
Bad
cap.
ranged attacks.
That's what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
they can't make ranged attacks at all. That kneecaps
Mm-hmm.
so many teams. And all of the shape change running around, even though this is a global effect, there is like what one Red Lantern that is actually trying to make range attacks, and that might be Kyle.
Sounds like a Kyle thing. No,
Like
he's charged.
he is charged, but
Yeah.
he's the only one with an actual range value here.
What do you mean? Trust just gives them all range, man.
That's true. So like even this is a map wide effect, but it's not hurting you at all,
Yeah.
and it's kneecapping the other team
Mm-hmm.
for a 75-point character, which is a quarter of my whole team build. This is the kind of effect that gets me excited.
It's pretty cool.
Because
Blades
like,
ability too on her.
yeah, poison after you move, so
Mm-hmm.
even works with the literally everything else you're trying to do, and built-in Ares bomb for your own blades. That's disgusting.
I like this legacy, this Bleeze for 30 points, being able to kind of do a mini kingpin where you can move the red lanterns four
Ooh.
squares.
I haven't even seen Bleeds because I
Yeah.
haven't touched any of the legacies yet.
So I think that for
Modify.
30 points, right?
Oh my goodness. And modify attack and defense +1 for each adjacent opposing character. So if you're. I mean, we saw that with. Well, we saw a version of this ability with the Phoenix Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone who's played with or against that knows how ludicrous that can get when you're getting a bonus for being surrounded.
It's too bad you couldn't choose yourself, though, right? Like move up four squares and then you flurry blades. That'd be pretty sick.
That
Um,
is nice though, because power action to essentially do TK for two different Red Lanterns. They do have to be adjacent.
Adjacent to her, move up to
Yeah,
two
move up to two
adjacent.
adjacent friendly characters.
Uh,
So they have to be next to her to start.
yeah. So
But they don't need line of fire or anything. So you can send them through a wall. Doesn't matter. That's nice.
yeah, kind of a cool little tech piece. Um, but
I
yeah,
also like this Harley Quinn if you have not looked at her yet.
the
She's,
red black. Yeah,
yeah, the red black Harley Quinn. Because that 65 point where you're getting all of her special powers is pretty solid.
yeah, she is pretty cool.
Yeah, I love Force Blast energy explosion combos, and so I'm here for it.
And kind of her damage is kind of like precision, I guess, right? Except it gives it for your whole team, basically. Hit
Yeah,
characters get
as long as
reduced
you
damage
open
below.
up with. So if you open up with Harley first,
Mm-hmm.
which 7 range, double
Running shot.
bolts, energy explosion, running shot, like you're gonna hit it.
Yeah.
Then all of the people you hit aren't able to reduce that poison damage anymore. So all of your people that can move and then poison are free to do their thing. So I think she's going to be a really neat inclusion to kind of make it function if you are playing multiple Red Lanterns at like that of like 60 to like 40 kind of point range and really filling up the team.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's going to be solid there.
Yeah.
Let's see,
And sorry,
is there anything else in red we need to hit?
I was gonna do well, Guy. I think we looked at quite a bit, but we can touch on him. This Kyle Rayner does a poison
Yes.
that can do possibly 3 damage. Right, you roll that d6, deal damage to half the result to each opposing characters. But
Yeah.
his is not a move in place, unfortunately. I guess
Yeah,
his
and it
batteries
is
are
just
pretty low.
himself. So I think this Kyle does have a really, really cool place in a different synergy, not with Red Lanterns, but with the. We'll talk about it when we get there for the rest of the team up cards.
Yeah.
But the Kyle Rayner team up card works with this, and so we'll talk about it there. I think a bit.
So
Actually, screw it. We'll talk about it right now. Like, who cares? It's the next one on our list anyway.
yeah.
So I'm just gonna click the Teen Titans keyword because that should be only Kyle in this set.
Teen Titans.
Is which one is it? Yeah, here it is. The 002D.1. This is technically Indigo Kyle, but what makes this work is there's a free action here on the team up card, and we choose a character named Kyle Rayner on your sideline. In this case, that's going to be the rare Kyle Rayner that we put on the side. If that character has a trait whose name contains, quote, an artist, then friendly characters that can use support can use that trait to the end of the turn. So if we're choosing this rare Red Lantern Kyle Rayner, then any of our characters on the whole team that can use support, there's no other requirement for this team up card, by the way. You don't
So
even need to play other characters.
just
It
this
can just be
Kyle.
himself if you want.
That's nuts.
Then any person on your team that has support, which in silver you can throw Tarwet on someone to give them support. There's a couple of different cool ways to do it.
There is a battery that gives your whole team support. The Indigo Tri battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you can do that combo, and now your whole team has this poison.
Would that what does it say? Does it say friendly characters? Because would that be constructs too? Because the battery gives it the construct support.
Let's see. Friendly characters that can use support. Yep.
Oh no.
Like, this is gonna be gross, dude.
That's not
So,
cool.
like, I'm probably gonna post this video instead of the previous one I would record, going over all the characters for the like Lantern Legacy review, just because this is so much more fun.
Hmm.
And I mentioned in that first recording that if you sit down across from someone and they're playing this team up card,
Oh,
and you don't see the red lantern on that sideline, tell them to go open another pack.
yeah. What is
Like,
yeah.
like maybe you'll pull the rare and make your team infinitely better in one pull of just a rare. Like, this is such a sick combination, and just needing support. Your whole team doesn't need it. You
Yeah.
just whoever does have it, you got it. Is so good.
That is real cool.
Oh my god, that's gonna be sick, man. And then his
I
other
love team up
team,
cards. So good.
they're so much fun, especially
Mm-hmm.
if they're not limited. Like the when I first read the Superman team up card, the White Lantern one,
Mm-hmm.
I was really worried that you were kind of locked in to like Justice League, which you're kind of going to do anyway. But what's cool about it is that all he does is keyword cheat during making theme teams. You don't need to be on a theme team for this team up card. And they're doing that a lot more frequently so that what you can do as a team builder is just kind of lean into it, like kind of splash into what makes these team up cards good. Or like in Hal Jordan's case, just play the team up card just because that's a better version of Hal than his non team up card.
Yeah.
And then you get all the bonus. And you got a choice now as a team builder which version of this character you want because they're a little bit different and they're not restricting. And I like that. I want them to continue doing that.
Yeah. Definitely want to see more team up cards.
Oh yeah, we're gonna look at the other Kyle team up card here. I don't know how viable this one is, honestly.
The pink.
Yeah, the pink. I think this is gonna be really cool because there's a bunch of different ways to give shape change out. For those that don't know, this team up card gives Kyle Mystics himself, and any friendly character that can use shape change can also use Mystics. Like that. That's the whole team up card. And then we've got a second trait. Friendly characters that have the Star Sapphire keyword have a minimum range of 6. I'm going to give you a spoiler. There's like no other Star Sapphires here. Like, you've got Guy Gardner, which ironically does work with Atrocitus, because you can put Guy Gardner with Atrocitus so that he can do his range poison.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kyle Rayner gives Guy a minimum range of 6. So you've spent almost 290 points to poison from 6 squares away, and that's pretty much it. So there's some cool things like that that are, yeah, I would describe them as nifty. That's about it.
I mean, that guy there is dope. I'm so excited to be dropping purple.
The dual wield,
pink
yeah.
and red, yeah. That's probably my most wanted chase, I think.
And I like that, like, there's, outside of the power batteries, which with them you can kind of let other characters use the rings for the first time themselves. So you can repeatedly generate like the same construct if you want, which you can't do if the ring's just on one person, because the ring can only generate it once per game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the ring only cares about this character. So if the ring is on a power battery and you're letting another character use it, they can generate the sword or whatever that construct is. Yeah. And the next turn you can give it to another person and they can regenerate it if they want. Guy Gardner's the only other way to get 2 offensive constructs out at the same time, unless you're slinging multiple rings across your team, which is sick. Yeah. That's what the dual wielding lantern should be doing, man.
Big time.
So but what do you think? This Kyle Rayner shape change team up card, is it going to be big, or is it going to be a dud?
I mean, It could be if you're doing some Mystics shenanigans, but I don't
Yeah,
think it's.
I think the most you're gonna see it realistically is with the phone booth, where you
Yeah,
just know you're gonna have shape change.
it's kind of an awkward piece, right? No move attack. It's got precision, super
Yeah,
senses
it's.
enhancement. So it's kind of
I feel like
weird.
this is gonna be like some of the uncommon team up cards from Masters of Time,
Yeah,
where they were really cool to have, and that's it.
yeah,
You just have some extra blue cards in the binder.
for
But let's
sure.
see, where are we going next?
Are we on to
Uh,
blue?
Blue, my favorite Lantern Core.
Blue, really
Yeah, I feel like if I ever wielded a Green Lantern ring and was ever chosen, it would be the Blue Lantern ring.
nice.
Uh, let's see here. Let me just filter
Blue,
by blue.
blue's hope, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's just to get it out of the way to begin with, and this is the first way I'm going to play this team, is that you can use Gambit to turn any character into a Green Lantern,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can use Sade to turn any Green Lantern into a Blue Lantern. So I'm going to be running around with that starter kit Superman, who is going to be in the Blue Lantern Corps, and I'm going to be giving him like +3 damage with Blue Lanterns from all over the place. So you can keyword cheat anything. You can have a Blue Lantern Kong if you want. I mean, you only got to pay 95 points extra for your character,
I was just gonna say, yeah,
but that's a
just a
yeah,
quick
that's a
95.
deal to live the dream. That's a steal.
I mean, it's you're getting TK, you're getting +1 attack and damage, right? If you're
Yeah,
putting the ring on sated, how do you say it?
and you're getting a little prop action with Gambit.
Yeah, I mean,
But I think the one we've got to talk about here is Blue Lantern Hal Jordan.
yeah,
I'll let you go over it if you want,
sure,
because
yeah.
I don't know where I sit on him. So hopefully you'll convince me here as you're going through.
I was really hoping they'd give him the be able to drop 2 constructs as well, but it's kind of just like supercharge your whole team. Kind of power levels at 200%. When a friendly character finalizes an attack roll that is a crit hit, until your next turn, Hal Jordan's combat values are +1 and can use running shot as free. So that would make him a 9, 12, 19, 4. No special, nothing that's going to give him anything. He's got Quake, so that's not great for running shot.
Yeah, not insane.
But once he takes some hits, he's pretty nasty. He gets Pen Blast if he makes it there. His last
Yeah,
one's
his
nuts. Like, if he gets that, then he's an 11, 13, 25 on his last click.
yeah, he's
But,
got some really strange power combinations.
yeah, I wish they
Like
would have gave him running shot top dial. Because then
I,
double running
because
shot,
then you
right?
can running shot. The running shot is free.
Yeah.
I think the idea of the plasticity here is that if you do get the crit, then you've got plasticity to break away and still do your running shot and not be tied down.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
that's the idea, but I wish they would have just given him improved movement characters.
Right. Because you kind of want him just in your back as a probber until yeah, I
Because
don't
he
know.
does make good use of, like, just out of grace of being a Green Lantern with the Green Lantern TA. Like, he does make good use out of running shot, carrying your other enhancement pieces, which there's a bunch of in the set.
Yeah, but I
But man,
mean,
I'm really not sold on it,
making
unfortunately.
making your attack rolls 10 to 12 crits is pretty big.
Yeah, 100%. I
Right,
mean,
making crits way easier.
yeah, you're at least going to get a handful of those a game. And if your dice are hot that game, like, this character alone is just going to make that game not real. You know, like when every hit just seems to hit and you never get defense powers, like that kind of game.
Yeah,
This Hal's going to make that game happen more often. Uh,
constructs are in
yeah,
power. He's just. I feel like Saint Walker did that too, right?
This does look like a bleed of Saint Walker and his kind of crit fishing with the just the kind of combo of things that green and blue are both trying to do in this set. So I think this piece exists in that kind of team where you're intentionally mixing like two or three Green Lanterns, one or two Blue Lanterns, and like they're their own thing. But I think as an archetype in and of itself, I don't know if this Hal Jordan exists. I'm going to be honest.
I think it might be good with some Hellfire Gallows that are making your attacks 10, right?
Yeah, I
So
could see that.
you're always making your things crit without the Mind Gem or whatever. But
Yeah, so there's a small amount of time where that's good in modern, but I could see that being a thing in silver.
yeah. Well, the whatchamacallit is not rotating. The X-Men. They were
I
just
thought it was the Hellfire Gala 2 was rotating.
yeah.
Is there a third one out already?
No, there's two Hellfire 2s, so there's Hellfire Gala Avengers and Hellfire
Oh,
Gala X-Men.
I thought they were all in the same bundle.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
I'm here for it then.
the X-Men ones, that's like I don't know if we've really even seen them yet. I have it. Brian has it for me, but that's Sinister,
Yeah.
Emma Frost, Gambit, Havoc.
Well, I think for Blue Lanterns, this team up card, Sister Cersei, is really, really solid. Because this is
Oh yes,
TK, Prob, and you've got other friendly characters within range and line of fire modify attack and damage +1. Now, granted, you don't get that until a couple clicks in, but you don't have a reducer, so it's relatively easy to get there. Plus, on top dial, we have the Sister Cersei and another friendly character within range and line of fire may each move up to 2 squares.
yep.
So my Blue Lantern Superman has another way to move and make some attacks.
Yeah, no,
But even without my cheese, I think this is going to be an incredible piece if you happen to have this uncommon from that set.
yeah, and I definitely scooped her up because 35 points, right? You got TK, you got Prob. It's definitely
Yeah, I'm going to have to hunt for this piece, honestly.
yeah,
It is one of the few Blue Lanterns, though, that don't also have the Green Lantern keyword.
yeah.
Because both the Guardians have it. And I guess we'll talk about the team up card for Sade as well.
Oh, they didn't give
So when
Jordan either. Yeah, Jordan just got blue.
yeah,
Hmm.
the that piece is honestly going to be a sealed bomb. But the Sade team up card first is when establishing theme teams, if a friendly character is named Ganthet. Oh, I guess I did already talk about this. You do the keyword cheating.
Yeah, and then the Empower Enhancement. Yeah, could we talk that in orange? Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty solid. But this uncommon Hal Jordan, the 027, how real do you think this is? Is this getting a lot of play? Is this modern viable, or is this just sealed destroyer of dreams?
This is definitely the piece you want to pull in sealed for sure. You're going to be at a 20 defense. You're going to be TK in leadership, sidestep, everything you want. Only thing is he doesn't have the Green Lantern team ability.
Yeah.
But definitely a good. I mean, I guess we'll see how support shakes up with Kevin leaving, but I could definitely see it possibly
Because
getting
for
in power. Then you're gonna be in power +1 as well, right? With the ring,
yeah, exactly. So you're gonna get the +1 attack
or
on
you
it as
can
well.
pick a god. I think it's
Well,
pretty good.
because what I'm thinking is that normally for supports we have in modern right now, you need to be a really cheap character, so that way we open the top end for some of these attackers that does your thing very well. And with the introduction of Kevin, which was a different take on it, where the character is a little bit more expensive at 40, but does so much.
And the range too.
Yeah, because that kind of kicked out characters like Madison, which people thought were just going to be in modern forever while she was there with double perplex. Now people don't even think about her. You just assume you can't get perplex. Like she's basically in a dumpster. And Shuri's right there with her.
Juice says
Shuri's
no.
+1. Yeah, Shuri's +1 damage. She's perplexed. She's TK. The uncommon Shuri from Black Panther, which is still going to be a modern. but basically non-existent. Like she was in very competitive teams for a couple months, poof, gone as soon as Kevin hit the market.
Yep.
So I wonder with him leaving if that's going to open up the spot for other characters of similar point values that don't have your traditional support kit. Like there's no prop here, there's no perplex here, there's no outwit here. But sidestep TK, 20 defend, and leadership, that might be
Empower.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and empower. That
That's just
might be it.
it's tough. Like if Dags was gone for sure, I would say probably, but
Yeah,
Dagatime
with
just
Deggy sticking around.
he's too good, man.
Let's move us on to Black Lanterns.
Yes.
I know you're excited about this one. So I'll just give the brief overview of what it looks like they're trying to do, and then you can hype up whichever characters you're most excited for. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
So previously Black Lanterns, and you've played them a little bit more than I have. Obviously, you own them all.
Yes.
We're all about placing very tactical grave markers, using this kind of overcosted high point line that they had in a very cost efficient low point line to heal them up to be more points than you paid for, and leveraging those graves to do very unique things and kind of hurt people from very far away. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, for sure.
This set, there's a lot of cool ways to put graves down, but it seems like we're mostly focused around swarming with zombies, especially with the Black Lantern ring being able to remake these animates every turn if they're KO'd. So you've got a lot of fodder now, but I'm not sold yet on the top end. So you're going to have to sell me with it here while we're talking about it.
Well, mostly what I'm looking at is for silver. I don't think they kind of there's some Black Lanterns in the set where like Black Hand and Spectre, where
Mm-hmm.
they have two lines that work with the Necron, right? Who are healing them
Yeah.
up. They're way better. And then you have some that are generating the reanimate with the ring. You can give that to anyone. So I don't know. They kind of it's definitely weird. I don't think they work too well together because really, what are you? A lot of them don't even do anything with graves anymore, right?
Yeah, they just kind of make them and move to them, so they're really
Yeah,
mobile.
yeah.
But there's not a lot of punch behind it anymore. Where it was the exact opposite before, where if you could get one grave in the right spot,
Yeah.
Batman was jumping across and messing you up, and then jumping right back before you could do anything about it.
So I'm excited for Silver to build with it. But as far as modern right now, I just don't know if it's there to really do anything spectacular, right? Like you look at Spectre, he's awesome, but at 50 points, he's got no move attack, right? He's giant. The pulse wave, he has a special pulse wave. When he uses it, hit opposing characters occupying grave terrain markers are dealt 2 damage instead, and friendly characters occupying any graves have protected pulse wave. So that's pretty good. But if you have Necron, then you can heal him up. Then you got a heavy reducer, you got shape change, you got a 12 attack, sidestep. It just so much
Yeah, being able to
better, right?
sidestep in place for that is super beneficial.
Yeah, I do like the power action to generate a grave terrain marker, so that if you're against the juice, you're still able to do that. But
Yep.
I'm just not quite sure because you're losing everything from the Taurus, so you just have Swamp Thing. So maybe there's a dynamic duo you can hook up with, like Black Hand, so
Oh,
that they go ahead.
if it's anywhere, it might be Firestorm. I'm sure
Firestorm.
you've looked at it just because Black Lantern, but being able to get +1 attack and defense for every terrain marker within range, and so many good ways to generate them. Like maybe this is it.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah, there's no good attack power to combo with it.
like it's tough. I guess he gets a free god, but the gods are gone, so you don't
Yeah,
have a ton of great gods anymore. I mean, a 7 range outwit would be pretty good from Bast, I think, is still in modern, so outwit prob would be pretty good. Um,
I do like the Scar team up card because this is for Black Lanterns what of some of the plant teams already had in Man Thing, where you're now generating anywhere on the map at the start of the game. So I think this does a lot for Black Lanterns, especially generating 2 of the reanimates at the beginning.
so yeah, I guess you could run that and then kind of have the animates kind of tying people up to not be able to get to Swamp Thing, right?
Yeah, because I definitely think that Swamp Thing's baked in here somewhere.
Yeah, it's not a
It
full
has to be,
team.
right?
It's not a full team anymore. Like I think it's just like a 2 or 3 point figure kind
Okay.
of thing, right?
Which is kind of where plants ended up, like near the end of their lifespan. Is you just have to play the 3 pieces that make it work,
Yeah, and then
and then you've
whatever
got half your
else.
team to do whatever.
But
But I
Firestar is interesting, but you got to get
this
KOs,
might
right?
do you?
Yeah, when he KOs opposing characters, he can choose that
Yeah,
amount
he. I think he kind of gets rolling like a
to ramp
freight
up,
train.
right?
Yeah, like as soon as you get that first one, it's just gonna spiral. But you might dislike me for saying this, but I like this Black Lantern Hal Jordan.
Oh, Jordan.
Like looking at this dial, and if I told you like, hey man, there's a new Black Lantern, they've got Barrier and Smoke Cloud as their main powers, you'd be like, stop talking to me right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm done. But I think the way it all comes together in this Hal, where you're modulating the map by creating terrain, and then also creating a grave after the fact, and then jumping into that grave to reposition yourself as well, plus having the leadership for them and stealth to make sure that you're always in stealth.
Reposition it to do what?
Whatever you want. Nothing major, because you are going to use an action to do this.
I mean, leadership is on Black Hand, right? 70 points, leadership.
That's true.
Leadership
But
stealth traded.
I'm excited that there might be a smoke cloud use that isn't just free smoke cloud. Because I think that power on the dial is wasted color. Like, save your ink. I know those things are, ink cartridges are expensive. But stealth combat reflexes on your leadership piece that can remaneuver and help set up your team pretty easily. I'm here for it.
I don't see it.
It looks clunky, but I think it's going to play a lot better than you'd think. So I mean, I'm going to try this guy out. That's for sure.
What I would love if it was when he makes smoke, he can turn them all into graves.
Ooh, okay.
Then I'm here for it, but
that'd be sick.
I mean, one is not great. But yeah, in Silver Rock and Black Hand, that gives your team the leadership it needs, right? The whole dial.
Mm-hmm.
It also makes it so that there is a negative for destroying the grave train markers, right? One unavoidable you can't really mess with. And correct me if I'm wrong, that stacks, right? When an opposing character destroys any grave train
it's
marker,
any.
yeah. After those, you just deal them 1 unavoidable damage. So would that be they destroy 4 with a quake? Do they just take 1?
Yeah, because grave train marker here is singular. There's no S on it. So if they destroy 4, then 4 of these go onto the stack.
But they're only taking 1 damage.
1 damage 4 times.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, because there's no S on this, so like any instance of multiple that get destroyed. Because this is any singular grave marker that gets destroyed adds this to the stack.
Yeah, so that's huge.
Yeah, that's massive. And I think the defense modifier on this is massive, especially with the better ways to generate grave terrain markers.
And
because that was the holdup.
You don't have to be in them either.
Yeah, just if anyone is next to them or within 4 squares of them, -1 defense, and that's not line of fire.
Yeah.
So they can be across walls, all the stuff plants are already doing.
Yeah, I think this guy and Necron are a good combo, and then whatever else you want, Batman, Swamp Thing. Like it's
Do
gonna
you
be
think?
you're gonna want to put too much stuff on. It's gonna be hard to choose, man.
I was gonna say that this might go in two different directions here with the where's he at? The Spider Verse dude that cared about grave train markers,
Oh, Craven.
Craven.
Yeah.
I think there might be a little home there with Blackhand and Craven together.
Huh? Yeah, it could be. Yeah, because then yeah, they can't destroy him.
Because then you're locking them down.
Yeah.
If they destroy them, they hurt themselves. Craven's getting all the bonuses of them being on the terrain. And you've got the better grave generation.
Yeah, because yeah, that's what he's kind of missing. He only generates if he hits them, right?
Yeah, because Craven's missing an engine.
Yeah.
And the lanterns are giving a very good engine with no way to use it. So I think we might see something like that pop up.
And if any characters were KO'd, you can generate two. So that's bystanders, that's anything. So
Yeah. So maybe that's where we're going, but
yeah,
we'll
I think
see.
like a duo, right? Like
Yeah,
him and that, or him and Swamp Thing, and
very much so.
maybe a mixed in Scar. But I don't think it's a full team.
Yeah, I think if you're staying within set, it's very much about having the Black Lantern ring and just overwhelming people with the zombies.
Yeah, or even maybe
Because this is,
playing Spectre at 100,
yeah,
right? And
because
then
these zombies are the only recruits that don't need a KO to make another recruit. Like, you just need a low blades roll, which, if I'm rolling blades on you to begin with, if I roll high, I'm happy. I don't need another zombie. And if I roll low, I get another shot at it with another zombie.
yeah, yeah, and they're two exploits, not terrible, right?
Yeah, like exploit blades and plasticity to tie you up. I'm here for all of this.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
just don't have a way to
they
get in
got
position.
traded blades. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So like I think that's the combo generator there where if you have I'll go back to this Hal just because he's probably the least playable just out of the box here, just as an example.
Good guy.
If you get him in position first, either just by straight moving or using some of his nonsense, then you use the ring to generate the zombie right in front of him. Then that zombie takes a swing and potentially hitting that exploit blades to either keep the train going or just do a lot of damage.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm excited.
But it's definitely going to be different. We're just going to see
so
how different.
the battery too can make the zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about the battery here is that just like with constructs, like passing the ring around lets you make multiple of the same constructs. Well, since there are no black constructs and the ring makes the zombies, normally you'd have to wait for that zombie to die. And then if it was already dead by your turn start, you'd make another one. But in this case, you just pass the ring to the next person, and then they make a zombie. And then you go to the next person and they make a zombie.
Yeah.
So now you're doing it every turn and just piling onto this snowball effect.
Man, how cool would it be? How many points would they had to make the ring to make it heal passengers starting click?
Yo,
how
honestly,
how many points?
I'd be happy if it was as if they just added here. I think in silver that might end up being a problem, but you can already do it anyway with Necron.
Yeah.
So this might be controversial, but I'm here for people being more powerful than less powerful. And putting that on Black Lanterns would have been cool attached to the ring. Because then if you put it on the battery, for example, you're limited to the battery.
Yeah.
Whereas if you put it on somebody else, sure they can use it and you get your one big person, but then you lose all the benefit of the battery. So I think that would have been a really cool team building choice on a powerful level.
Right. And they could have keyed it to the keyword, right? Like if you have the keyword, then you can heal.
Yeah, I would have assumed it'd be the exact same wording as Necron.
Yeah, it just would have been a cool way to get Necron with him leaving, right?
Yeah. Which I think that brings us to the White Lantern Corps, which, as we just figured out, is actually a 300-point team somehow.
Yeah, they did a lot of work here, making
That's
things
kind of
fit
wild.
for sure. I'm so excited to play this sealed, man. Oof.
The sealed's going to be so much fun because
Yeah.
there's a
The f-
couple of silver bullet characters that just kind of blow things up. I think the Batman is going to be a sealed bomb, the common one, because there's not a lot that sees through stealth. There's not a lot that can deal with the amount of damage he's doing.
Which Batman?
The common one, like 003,
Oh, is that
because
like
he's going
Flashing
to be.
Batman? Oh
No,
no,
I
that's just
think
regular Batman.
it's just Batman
Oh
because
yeah,
he's going to
he
be
deals
doing,
pen damage. Yeah.
and that's pin damage to Green Lantern
Yeah.
or Herald, which is like the entire set.
Yeah.
Gives out action tokens. He's got rain. Like
Oh,
I think he just does it all. Honestly,
the the Batman that one punched Guy Gardner.
yeah. Which is so funny because if you look at the Guy Gardner, this Batman does 4 damage top dial. If Guy Gardner starts out on his like 6 clicks, like he takes the ring off, and then you punch him with Batman, Guy Gardner dies. Like, I think that is beautiful.
Yeah, you can tell they definitely put a lot of effort in these DC sets. But, we only
Yeah,
got a couple, but
you can feel the love of the designers of people that recognize some of the inside jokes, respect some of the lore, which I think that is so funny.
it's great.
But if we're talking about White Lanterns here, the main thing they have is, of course, a little bit of extra healing kind of baked into each one of these characters, and regen on the ring. And what's cool about that is the regen on the ring gives +1 healing, so it completely negates the downsides of stop clicks or bloodstone.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not worried about the main thing that's already running amok. And in a sealed environment, I think this Hal Jordan is going to be pretty solid, the 50.1. Because you get him all the way down to the stop click. He doesn't have move and attack or anything, but he does have 5 range and perplex, so a really good little support piece there. Whenever he moves, you heal somebody, which will combo with anything else that helps him move, just like anybody else with a lowercase move thing on there. But that last click is invuln, regen, and regen is free once per game. So in a sealed environment where it's really hard to like kind of focus down people and get through stop clicks, this Hal is just going to immediately be able to heal right back up. And you're going to have to go through them at least 2 times.
Yeah, and pulse wave on the last click ain't bad.
Running shot pulse wave at that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to running shot pulse wave, and then because you moved, you're going to heal up off the stop click anyway.
Adjacent characters.
Oh yeah, I guess he's not going to heal himself. He's going to heal people that are
That'd
next to
be
it
a
because you're
little.
never adjacent to yourself.
That'd be a little nuts.
I still think that's nuts.
No, it's good for
Kyle,
sure.
yeah, Kyle's giving you some outwit for White Lanterns, little running shot pin blast, an actual
Kinda
solid
standard.
attacker. Yeah, the same thing. Like when he goes to get KO'd, you bring him back. I think this character is going to play like a yo-yo. Like
What about
he's got,
these movements? This
it's
set,
high.
Yeah, 10.
These Green Lanterns are flying through the map. They're blasting. They're doing what they want.
Yeah.
And it's a cool way to make the ring feel powerful. Just being a lantern means something, even without the TA.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they don't want to be handing that TA out too much.
No, not at all. I think the Batman's interesting for White Lanterns, specifically the 60-point line. Because this gives something you don't see very often in clicks at all, which is double TK.
Yeah.
And the keywords this Batman have are pretty freaking juicy. Bat Family, Herald, Justice League, and normally I'd say Detective, but they're losing quite a bit here on this rotation. But double TK for Justice League, Bat Family, and Herald is insane. Like the Herald keyword, especially after this set, is so deep.
Very massive.
You are paying 60 points for it, but sidestep TK with a stop click, and you got extra damage and a hard reducer, like, sign me up, man.
And he's doing a range precision too, if you can bump him up. Right?
For 5 range, too, like,
yeah.
I'm here for it.
Not terrible. Or what your guy?
That's the man, dude. I'm just looking at him. I'm just appreciating that jawline, bro.
Just drinking it in.
Yeah, I know that people like yourself that are big Black Lantern fans see this first trait and they're like, "Oh my god, why did they do this? We're not
Why?
winning anyway." But I honestly think this
Thematics.
is just a flavor thing. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's very similar to that Dark Side having that line of text, where if you kill someone, you delete everyone else with that
Yeah,
same name.
but that could be huge though.
Yeah, like that's very big.
Yeah.
This, I think, is just more of if it happens, you're just like, oh my god, he did the thing.
Yeah.
I really, I mean, this is just a solid piece, man. Hypersonic, range combat expert, super strength on Superman. That's what you want. But he's not crazy. Like, it's only a 4 range. So you're largely going to be a melee attacker anyway.
Yeah.
And you're just going to have to get through this massive dial, man. I think the team up card is where it gets spicy.
It's just tough, like uh, pen blast. Like I guess you got senses, but
And there's a surprising amount of invincible floating around in this set, too.
that you can give
Like
out. Yeah.
places where, yeah, you really wouldn't expect it. Like there's the blue and green Hal Jordan has invincible on his first 2 clicks.
Like, how do they give
Like
invincible to Batman and not Superman?
that's true.
Right? It's weird.
I'm right there with you, but I'm happy for double rollouts on my main carry. Like I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Where is my boy anyway? So the theme team here is, I think, what matters.
Yeah.
Like characters with the Justice League keyword, which is a lot of Justice Leaguers, gain the White Lantern Corps keyword. Now, I don't think it's really going to matter passing around the White Lantern ring, but just being able to kind of keyword cheat everybody on the same thing, even though you're largely just playing Justice League with Justice League anyway. Like, I really don't think that changes much beyond just the battery.
Oh yeah, because you don't
Uh,
even get to hand the ring out because that's when you're
yeah,
established
like,
within themes. So
because you still got to pay for the ring, but they just be able to make constructs if you really wanted.
yeah, I guess yeah.
But whenever they heal an additional click, that can stack up so hard with consistent healing, like with the herb bush.
Yeah. Hal
And
Jordan too.
yeah, every time he moves, he's healing people 2 now. Like that can stack up quick, especially using regen or steel energy. And it's pretty easy to get steel energy on somebody with another person we're about to look at here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think this is crazy good. Not in a way that's oppressive, but in a way where if you're building your own team, you get rewarded for staying within DC, which doesn't exist very often because we don't get enough DC sets for things like this to work. So I'm going to sell my firstborn child, or at least the rights to their naming if they ever exist, to get this team up card,
Yeah, because I don't even
and
think
I'm
it
going to run
comes.
it.
I think it comes in randomly, so that'd be tough to pull
Yeah.
them and then have to hunt it down, right?
Oh, man.
What about the trait? You didn't even mention
I don't even need to, man. Like, it's just good. Like, I love these White Lanterns having this whole, like, you got to kill them twice thing, because they immediately heal up. And then as soon as you do it, all other friendly characters can use regen as free. So if you
yeah.
try to knock out Superman, your entire team is getting to heal and +1 heal because they're White Lantern keywords. This is just going to be really tough to deal with
Man, that'd
if you
be insane.
can't focus fire down specific characters.
Yeah, he's
Like,
definitely got to go last.
yeah, because a hallmark of a good player is focusing down parts of the other team, right? Like, you really don't want to spread out your damage too much in HeroClix. Like, if you're only energy exploding the enemy team like 3 or 4 times, but no one's actually dying, you're not doing a very good job of winning that game anyway, unless you just have the craziest traded energy explosion the world's ever seen. Like,
Zeus.
usually that strat doesn't work.
Zeus from the sidelines.
Yeah, exactly.
Chucking bolts.
So this trait does a good job of recovering from a game that's already really scrappy and a bunch of people are injured and you're barely hanging on, kind of thing. But in a normal game, I don't think this is going to come up very hard. When it does, though, you're going to feel like a god,
So
which is how you're supposed to feel if you play Superman.
So I'm gonna let you do this one solo because I don't think I have anything nice to say about these guys.
The JSA?
Yeah.
I think there's
Other
only
than
3 characters to talk about.
Alan Scott, I guess.
Yeah. I'll give you Alan Scott. I'll take care of the other two here real quick.
All right.
Um, we'll do the problem child first, I guess. Where is the Justice League Society keyword here? Where is he? Sandman, the
Sandman.
uncommon. This is my problem child, and this is why you need to word things clearly when you're making these. Okay? Once per turn for all characters with this trait. For those that don't know what that means that no matter how many people have this exact trait, so if you're playing multiple Sandman together, you only get to use one of them no matter how many you have. And since it's once per turn, you can't repeatedly JSA the same defense to other people. You got to spread the love. When a character uses the JSA to replace its defense, which means we've already gone through targeting, I've already decided I can see you, so I'm going to attack you and we're going to roll. After resolutions, which means I've already hit you for 1.5 billion, then you get to use stealth if you're still alive. This is not helpful. The only way this works is if the other team has multiple small damage attacks that get through your defense. Do you know what this set is? Has a plenty running around. You're going to have it on your team by freaking accident. Enhancement. Empower. Yeah. You're going to get hit for 5-6 clicks of damage at the same time in this set.
No time.
Do you know how many people survive 6 clicks of damage and they're like, whoo? Guess what, buddy? I'm in stealth.
Well, not only that, the see-through stealth too on this set is huge as well.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple floating about, but don't do this, please. If I'm taking someone's defense, help me survive.
You're also taking a 17.
I know. I'm literally saying, you know what? You got this one, but I'm going to be in stealth after. Like, bro, I'm not living for the stealth attack. Don't do this. But let's talk about the ones we do want to do. Flash. This is the higher rarity here, of course. We're going to be taking an 18 or 19, which is solid. Probably 18 if we're playing competitively because we only want to spend 30 points for this. I'm giving someone a rollout. Not only am I giving them an 18 if they were already hit, when they really need to take another defense, I'm also giving them an extra way to survive. Flash himself has hypersonic improved movement to get wherever he wants. We've got senses, we've got shape change. It's going to be hard to hit this guy, and I'm making it hard to hit the rest of my team. That's what a Flash is supposed to feel like. The downside is, terrible. Yeah, they need Justice Society, so they probably need to be a team player. A little clunky, I'm not going to deny it, but at least this does something, and does something impactful. And then our man here, this one's going to be tough, because this is either going to be broken or never touched, and nothing in the middle.
This is a super rare, too.
It is. This is either going to be absolutely insane, where you're like, bro, why is that in the game? This is BS. Or it's going to be trash and never leave the container. Because we have one keyword here that matters, and that is scientist. Which means we can keyword cheat it onto Tony Stark. Which means anyone that is a scientist that has team player that can freely go into JSA when you need it is now going to be able to replace their defense with Our Man's, which in this case is a 17, but that literally doesn't matter here. Because what matters is that we're reducing damage taken by one in addition to other effects. And that's for the rest of the turn. So I'm going to let you hit me here, because I'm not surviving the attack with a 17 for sure. But on Scientist, and especially if we're keyword cheating into where this is the most powerful, I'm going to be reducing damage by one additional for Tony Stark, by one additional for Our Man, plus my hard reducer that I've got anyway on my main character. So the person that I'm bashing your face in with, that's just carrying this guy around like he's a handbag, is going to be reducing damage by 4, and it's probably going to be penetrating damage too. You're not touching them. Yeah, like, this is going to be nuts where it actually belongs. But in theme, with the rest of the JSA, almost none of them have real reducers. Almost all of them have like 17 or 16 defense on the low end. It's perplexed for JSA in this set.
You still need a way for them to get JSA though.
Yeah, you do need team player, but I feel like there's really cool ways to do that. We had the token equipment to give out team player. Granted, that token's like $200 or something ridiculous right now. But if you got it,
and it's an equipment that you probably want to
yeah,
put a different kind of equipment on somebody too, right? That's kind of where I get held up on it. Is there's so much good
yeah.
equipment to put instead, right?
Like I've got a really cool team for that Tony Stark keyword where this could exist.
Yeah.
But the point values are really tight on that team right now because Tony's so expensive anyway.
Yeah.
So this is paying pretty much 90 points, including Tony, to make one character essentially truly invincible.
And who else? Who else did the reduce in this set that we were looking at? Wasn't that a team
I
up
don't
card?
remember.
Oh, who was that?
They got mentioned,
Hmm. It's
but
cool.
I'll let you hit Alan Scott and I'll try to find it real quick.
I'm gonna grab the armored Alan Scott because I don't want to look at the flying one. I mean, he's cool. I just wish he did something else. Alan Scott can't be targeted by non-adjacent characters, so that's just you got to be close. And that's predicted pulse wave, so that's nice.
And specifically, if you are like giant or like colossal, like the collector,
Yeah.
his Kingdom Come trait would kick in and try to save him even in that. So like
Yeah.
you're never attacking this dude from range.
Right, which is nice. It's always not nice to get sniped. So when an opposing character misses Alan Scott after his illusions, remove an action token from him. That's pretty neat. And when an effect other than clearing removes an action token from him, heal in one click. So he's kind of just a brick wall, 8, 12, 24. He's just hard to hit. That's about it.
So let me try to
fortress.
sell you on this one.
Yes.
You see the thing he's holding, right?
A sword. Oh, to make him a 21? Yeah.
Yes,
And
with
then,
range
range
blades from the
blades, yeah.
construct.
Yeah, I forgot about that equipment. That's going to be
Yes.
nice in this set.
So you're walking around with a 21 defense range blade with
Yeah.
a minimum damage of 3,
Definitely,
and when you need to hit something else, you just pulse wave it.
it's definitely,
I might be here for it.
definitely a little better. But is 22 just better?
I really don't know.
Right. Then you can carry her. Well, I don't know.
Because you are going to be healing on him. So, like, with Colossus, as soon as you get him off that, like, 5 damage, you can kind of breathe again.
Yeah.
I feel like with the amount of healing Alan Scott's got, his dial's going to realistically be like 11 or 12 clicks long instead of 8. Because it's not just when someone misses him, it's whenever a token's taken away. So, willpower, leadership, anything like that will just start ticking them right back up.
Anything other than clearing,
Yeah, you do need an action token on them. So, like, if you miss me 4 times, for example, I'm still only going to heal based on the action tokens. But 21 invincible with the broadsword construct, and that's free on them too.
100 though, right? 100 points.
Yeah, I'm not touching Alan Scott at 40. I'm sorry.
No.
I mean, okay, let's. A sidestep TK piece with imperv that can't be targeted by range attacks at all isn't horrible at 40 points.
With range blades?
Yeah, with range blades. So you still have like a pseudo attacker at 40.
Yeah, not terrible.
Not bad, especially because you do have double targets. But I think blades is specifically a single target, so that wouldn't even help you.
Yeah. It's just not a piece I'm excited about.
Yeah. If you are a Justice Society fan, though, I can definitely see something coming together.
Okay. I love the storyline he's from. He's great. He looks cool, but
that was the first comic I ever read.
Kingdom Come.
Yeah, with
that makes sense.
Alex. Was it Alex Ross?
Alex Ross, yeah.
I was gonna say Alex.
I was thinking.
Alex Scott, just because I was reading Alan Scott's name.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah,
yeah, that's a
my
great one.
father had the there was a picture that he did of that entire Justice League like standing together in like the standard Justice League pose,
Yeah.
and that picture was on the wall in our hallway, which happened to be right outside my front door.
Oh, that's sick.
So I would walk out of my room and see that picture almost every day. So I have
That's pretty
a
cool.
soft spot for this version of Alan Scott.
Yeah. Well, I think everyone loves this Alan Scott, the big old green armor.
Absolutely.
But
I
yeah,
guess
that's
there is
cool.
one other character in JSA that
Yeah.
might be worth noting, and that is Jade. But not because she's JSA. They have continually encouraged the sub archetype of plants, and this is our representation here in this set, where we get anytime she succeeds willpower, we get to make 2 plant hindering terrain markers. Which is, I think, the only active way we have to create those in the game right now. Because most other things are beginning a turn or at the start of the game, and then like you never touch it again.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if she's gonna have a place, but
Worth noting.
it's cool to see. Yeah, worth noting.
Yeah.
So if you are that plant person and you see that Ivy's rotating, and you're like, man, what am I gonna do for the next 3 years? Maybe. Maybe.
There's the. I don't know if you looked at it yet. We're kind of sidetracking here. The Lady of the Forest.
Oh, I did take a peek at it a little bit, but not with any like serious consideration. I'll be honest.
So yeah, she's kind of the replacement for Ivy.
Oh, because she is Ivy. Okay.
She is Ivy, yeah. Just from the same thing that
Nice.
Masters of Time chase theme. She's from the same story.
Yeah. Okay. So she's got a little bit more expensive, but definitely more flexible.
More
Okay.
power too.
Plants.
She's got her own 12.
Yeah.
Right?
Plants isn't dead. They're just more distinct.
And if this is a winnable, she's gonna be like $200. So.
Well, better get good with the plants you got, is what I just heard.
Hopefully she's a viable, but we'll see in a couple weeks.
Yeah, so let's go to honorable mentions. I gotta ask, because I feel like this character is very you love him or you hate him. Are you a Lobo fan?
Yeah, no. I'm excited for Jason Momoa to win me over here, but I don't. Not a big fan.
All right.
What about you?
Well, honestly, the first time I ever heard about the character was in it was an interview with Stan Lee,
Yeah.
where he said he really loved the character and he was jealous he didn't think of it. And I made a mental note. I was like, "Oh, that must be a cool character. Let me go check it out." And I just never did.
Yeah.
So he's one of those where I know he exists, but I don't know anything about the character. I have zero allegiance at all.
Just like a space biker that's smokes cigarettes or cigars.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess we'll talk about the Prime, because I don't think the non-Prime matters very much. Just a random Green Lantern with Perplex in the set.
Just kind of overpowered or overpoint cost. 125 points.
Yeah. But I do think the Prime is interesting. Because I'll read the effect that I care about the most here. The thing at the very bottom, the main likes things wild. I'm assuming that's supposed to be the main man.
Yeah.
Friendly characters with the team player team ability can use all team abilities characters on the map can use. That's crazy powerful.
Do you think... Sorry.
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
Do you think that lets you do uncopyable?
I know it does.
It does.
100% it does.
How come?
Because you're not copying it. You just gain access to all the other abilities. Yeah, so this has nothing to do with the actual team player ability itself.
Can use all team abilities.
Yeah, so it's very similar, like copycat taking things even if they're not on the card kind of deal. So yeah, you're getting everything from the random. Yeah, if it's on the map, it's yours.
And you don't have to choose.
Correct. You also get to choose a team player if for whatever ungodly reason you want to make sure something doesn't like disappear. Because if you team player and copy like Avengers or something, and your one Avengers character dies, then you still have access to all of them because one person can still use
Still use
Avengers.
Avengers. Hmm.
So you basically use team player as like a bank to save the ones that you don't want to disappear.
Until I get pulse
Yeah,
waved.
yeah.
But yeah, it's
But that's every strategy, right?
I love new, unique things. So that is it is something new.
Because there's what immediately came into my head as a team builder was the Spider-Man that's like 25 points in silver
Yeah.
that gives other characters the team player TA. So like those two together is a team in a box, and you can put that with anything you want. The rest of Lobo's card though is a little crazy, and not crazy powerful, just crazy.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how often you're rolling doubles to revive Lobo off of his card. And ironically, the best possible result for you to revive Lobo on is a critical miss for your own team. Because it's got to be a friendly character that rolls doubles to bring him off his card. And for the record, whenever he gets KO'd, you put him on his card.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know how real any of these other traits are, but the main, liking things wild, has potential, and I'm
Amen.
curious what people build with it because that can be really spicy in ways that I can't quite comprehend yet. Largely just because I that takes a depth of character knowledge that I just don't have at the moment.
It's it's always good just having a figure that can't die, right? But
True. Yep. And he doesn't even get scored. I don't think.
nope.
Yeah, because it's instead of.
He's just not anything crazy, you know.
But I'll unleash you because I know you've been waiting to do this one. Hit me with Animal Man.
Oh, the piece that's going to be on everyone's sideline until he rotates,
Uh,
without a question. What? What?
uh,
What? What do you
uh,
got? What are you gonna say? Let's hear it.
I I think he's gonna be a wonderful piece for any
What?
melee attacker,
What?
and even he even has great defensive abilities.
It's 10 points, Jay.
My only argument
10
here, and it's not
points.
even a real argument. This is
I
an
know it's not. I want
embarrassment.
it.
It's an embarrassment of riches argument.
Uh,
We have so many good equipments that putting Animal Man there means that all the other good equipment has either been used or you need something on this power set that's better than +2 defense.
I just
You see where I'm going? Like that's my issue.
the versatility that this gives you over +2 defense, right? Like
Yeah.
you have reflexes if you need it, if you want that +2 defense. But I mean, stock +2 defense is super good no matter what. That's I guess you're only and the willpower. The willpower is huge.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
go
I'm
ahead
not.
and hit me with like
Yeah,
what the character does, and then
yeah.
we'll just kind of go line by line. I guess we'll kind of take turns so
It's
people know what all the speed powers are, what all the attack powers are.
yeah. It's
Because I
not
think that makes more sense than going vertically.
okay. But yeah, as a figure himself, he's only 50 points. He gets his trait for free, so he gets his own pick of power. He gets Flight Dolphin, which is great. Instead of taking damage, he takes life tokens. So as he takes damage, he just removes them. As he heals, he gets them back. He has free turn to any click, so he's got 5 clicks. Yeah, he's. I think it's a really well designed figure. I'm very excited to play it. It's kind of got like a defensive click where you're 20 defense invincible, stealth,
And
right?
himself, yeah.
Yeah, and then you have your hypersonic blades exploit super senses, and you
Yeah, I
got
think as
your standard
a
charge, right?
yeah, I think as a character on the map, this is the most playable god we've ever had.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
And
And
by
he's 50
most
points.
playable, I don't mean he's like questionable. Like you are happy to put 50 points on the map to play this guy.
Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah.
But run me through. So if he's an avatar,
So yeah, 10
eh,
points. You can choose. He doesn't have any way to get it for free unless your name Animal Man. which is good, I guess. Right? You don't want to be
Yeah.
giving away this power for free. But yeah, his speed powers are hypersonic charge, leap climb, which would be nice to get that free.
The one shot, yeah.
Yeah, the free one shot to escape hits, stealth, and plasticity.
And I don't know if we said this out loud, but he has his own version of pick a power where he goes to any click if he's on the map. And if you're the Herald and you're chosen for him, then you can choose any power on his card, including all those speed powers. And you get to use these until you choose again, which means you can hold one for the duration of a turn and then switch to another. But for attack powers, we've got Blades, we've got Quake, we've got Super Strength, Incap, and Smoke Cloud, which are great power choices.
Yeah, big time. Big time. Just the versatility of it. It's great. Like, it's always good to have choices, you know?
Yeah, so what are we choosing for defense?
Defense, we got Super Senses, Imperv, Reflexes, Invincible, and Regen.
Yeah, and then for damage, we've got Exploit, Close Combat Expert, Shape Change, Enhancement, and Battle Fury. I think I read 2 of those out of order, but...
Yeah, Empower, I think.
Yeah, Empower. Yeah. That is... Getting access to 20 different powers that you can pick and choose from is nuts. Can you imagine if they made... Yeah, and Flight and Dolphin. Can you imagine if they made an equipment that just said, pick a power?
They just did, man. It's right here.
What powers? There's no main range powers on here. This is very specifically for a melee character.
Yeah, but really, you're missing range combat expert, and you're missing
pin blast. You're missing precision.
Blast, yeah.
You're missing running shot. But cool is that we're just now losing the bike. So if you want your charge on to make a piece playable, it's Animal Man.
It's huge.
Especially because you can hypersonic in if you don't actually need like a capital close. You're getting there.
You want to play your White Lantern Superman, but you're scared he's going to get one shot. Boom, you got Invincible and Imperv now.
Yeah. And especially because you can kind of read the room. Like if the other person has a caveman Wally West, like, okay, just don't pick senses. Pick info. Pick combat reflexes. Get your +2 defense anyway. And Battle Fury to beat Shape Change, just like that.
That alone, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Or
because this is like if you already have a way to get in, and you are a damage focused character, the +1 longsword of Blades and Close Combat Expert is probably going to outperform just a little bit, just because it does the thing all by itself, and you get both powers at the same time. But if you are a character that's more brawly and is going to stick around, and maybe you don't get that for free, I think Animal Man is going to outperform.
And Giants too, like Black Lantern Swamp Thing with now Invincible this whole dial.
Oh, that's a big shout. That this goes on to bigger characters.
Battle Fury that gets rid of shape change now on him, right?
Yeah.
Senses or reflexes on him. Like
that's so good. And I like that you can go into regen if you've got a turn that you just have to take off for some reason. Yeah. Like if you just don't have a good way to get in, like, all right, whatever.
Heal up.
Go into regen. But I think what's really good about this is actually that Empower click. And I think it's going to be sneakily good. Because you can... let's say you go first on this character, right? Mm-hmm. And you need to hypersonic in and get across the map.
You're saying when you're playing Animal Man? Or is this his avatar?
Either one. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
So you're going to choose hypersonic turn 1 and then pass. Okay. The other person is going to take their turn, and then now it's your turn to TK that person up, hypersonic across the map. You do your attack. Then, after my attack's over, I'm going to free swap over to Empower. Have my second character come across and get that bonus. Mm. And then on the next turn, I'm going to do it the opposite order, where the other character attacks first, get a second bonus from Empower, and then I'm going to swap over into the power that I really need to punch you in the face.
Yeah, exploit or close combat or whatever.
Yeah, so I think that bit of flexibility where it doesn't just go away at the end of the turn is gonna crank this from just being good to being that Swiss Army knife that's great.
Well, yeah, that line of text there until you choose again is huge. Just not having to remember to do it every turn too, and just
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So that way you don't get into that. Well, you didn't say it,
yeah.
but you know you're not worthy.
But yeah, I don't think it replaces the armor for sure. I think it's just a good option if you need more versatility on your main guy. I think you just play
Very
both,
much so.
right?
Oh yeah, if
Depends
you've
on the
got the
figure.
room to play both,
Yeah,
because the
you make room.
you make room.
Come on, 10
That's what
points
I
in
mean.
this.
Like we have so many good equipment right now that's the only reason I can imagine not playing this character.
Put this on for
Like
Negaton, man, for 10 points. You know,
you give that man invincible, I'm here for it.
invincible hypersonic. You know,
Like I even just putting it on stealth on a character that doesn't normally have it can be game warping.
mm-hmm.
We have between one
I
shots and how much
just
good equipment we have.
I just can't
I
believe
can,
they made this figure, man. It's
yeah, I
crazy.
can see a world where this character doesn't see as much play as you're expecting,
What?
but I could never see a world where this character doesn't get play at all.
You don't
Like
think?
if you own this character, it's going to be on your sideline,
I
I
was gonna
think.
say, it's like, I think it's on every
But
sideline. I don't know.
I mean, this is the kind of character where like if you don't own it, I don't think it's going to hurt your team building very much because there are really good alternatives. But if you do own it
You're crazy.
and and you've got a team where it belongs, I think this is a slam dunk.
It's so versatile.
It's
It could fit
it is so
anywhere.
good.
Even just
I'm gonna be
barrier,
playing them
Jay.
on
Even
the
just
map, honest.
barrier, man.
What barrier? There's no barrier
Ink
on
cap.
here.
Ink cap, sorry. I bet.
Yeah, no, I'm not paying 10 points for in cap.
Same color. Same color.
That better be free.
Yeah. Barriers definitely should be an attack power. I mean, I guess it makes sense in defense, but
Yeah, I think the powers they chose are very effective. Like this is gonna be an offensive melee oriented piece half the time, or probably 90% of the time. And that way it's not universal. Like if there was running shot on here and like precision strike somewhere on these attacks, I think this never leaves any team ever.
I think you could always find a guy to put it on, though. You know.
Probably, yeah. There's just
We'll
so
see.
many good things to do for 10 points,
We'll
man.
see.
There's so many good things.
We'll
And this is
see.
one of them.
We'll
100%
we'll
this
have
is
to
one of
look.
them.
We'll have to look at the worlds when it comes out and see how many we got.
Are you okay? Let's hear the bet. Are
Yeah.
you putting a drink bet
Yeah, let's do it.
on every single world's team having animal on it? Because that's what you're saying. If it's
Maybe
here, it's on the sideline.
maybe just on availability that won't happen because with the set coming out so soon before Worlds.
That's fair. That's
Let's
fair.
go top all the top people that make cut.
Okay, so top 8 at Worlds.
Yeah.
Every single one has Animal Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm here for a slushy bet for it.
Another guy I wanted to just quickly mention was the I'm super excited about the big Sinestro legacy card.
Yes.
The big 10 range, just perplex down, drop a construct right next to somebody in their starting area. That's going to be super fun.
I appreciate that they didn't give this big Sinestro his colossal retail.
Yeah,
Because
kind of
I
just a
don't
different
think
piece,
they,
right?
yeah, I don't think they want colossal retail in modern. So I'm
It's
very glad they didn't do that.
it's definitely hard to balance it for sure.
Did you check out Beast Boy? Because these Beast Boys work with the 2x2 Beast Boy from Masters of Time.
Throw Beast Boy in the garbage. You talk about Beast Boy. The dog or the whale?
The
Dolphin.
either one and the legacy card.
I mean, outside.
Because with the legacy, well, with the legacy card, you don't actually have to get like all the way built up. I mean, you kind of do because there's a point restriction, but you can freely move in between whichever ones you need now, and you're not just left with being a Velociraptor at max range here. So if you like Beast Boy and you like that 2x2, there's something here for you. There's some juice.
There's some a little bit of jumping around. Have you checked out the Atom?
The Atom, like the high rarity one?
Yeah, the Chase. I think he
Yes.
has a chance to be
Bro,
a staple support
I
figure.
I like playing Justice League anyway. giving me a character that I can bounce across the map at will,
Yep.
plus having sidestep, and having that character be hard to hit, and letting me make extra attacks with it. Plus, they've got prob and outwit and perplex,
And dropping
all on
constructs.
all on my Justice League team.
Yeah.
You better believe this character is not leaving the map, bro.
Yeah. He is.
Like
He's pretty cool.
people are going to be dropping Beetlejuice on me just for this character.
Yeah, SEA 3 freeze, right?
Yeah.
It's tough. Plus outwit
I mean,
perplex.
also either double outwit or double perplex.
No, he's cool.
He's sweet, man.
Add
I
move
love
through
it.
characters.
How do you feel about Sonar? Super rare Sonar. Give
Yeah.
that bad boy a read if you haven't yet.
Yeah, he is a cool top dial for sure. So yeah, his friendly characters within range and line of fire can use shape change. That's always good. But only when opposing characters make range attacks. Less good. Pulse wave. When he uses it until your next turn, hit characters have when this character would roll a single d6 instead hits a 1. Yeah, 70 points though. Like that's a neat trick, but he's just getting killed afterwards.
Well, what I think is really interesting is that if you're just playing him for the shape change nonsense, playing him at 25 with sidestep, TK, and enhancement is a fantastic 25 points.
Yep. Is it
and
as
he's
good
on
as
past.
though?
Potentially, because he's on past, so you can keyword cheat him onto the Avengers 400 teams with the past cap.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So he's very open in that sense. Which, granted, Prodegi also has past.
Yep.
But I think you'd play these together and then play Prodegi on his outwit click. So that way you've got prob, sidestep, TK, outwit,
or even
and enhancement
even as
all on the same. Yeah.
Still good.
So I think they combine really well and frees up Prodegi off that leadership click if you need it. But that special pulse wave, okay, when I first read it, I thought that was only going to be the first D6 they rolled. But it's not.
This character rolled.
It is all D6s they roll until your next turn.
Yeah.
So if you open up your attack with running shot pulse wave on Sonar, you can even perplex up your own attack first to a 12. They're auto-failing shape change, auto-failing senses, auto-failing imperv, auto-failing willpowers, and leaderships.
But then he's dead. He's dead.
Potentially.
70 points.
For 7 clicks, like
Toughness.
it's kind of tanky. I think this is a character that you're looking to slingshot and use that pulse wave to follow up with some big hits.
I think in silver where you have that extra points, but I think 70 just takes too big of a bite out of your team for.
That's true. That's a quarter of your team per setup.
I mean, it is pulse wave, so you're doing 1 damage. If you can give them knockback or something, so might be something there for sure.
I mean, I think that line of text, the D6.
Yeah, I could definitely cook a team
crazy.
Like if you're against a team that only has like rollouts, you just go in there and just murder them afterwards. But then you only have 3, so you got to have a way to alpha the rest of your team in there too, right?
Yeah, because this is the tee up for the rest of the attack.
Yeah.
So I think if you are playing like an alpha strike heavy team and have a way, well, you've got pass keywords, so you can easily get him across the map with things like Diana.
Yeah, but that's 2 actions.
So you can get in there. Yeah, that's 2 actions in, and you got 2 more to follow up with, which is definitely doable.
Yeah, just a couple hypersonic pieces or something, but.
Because the other option
is
to self-damage him off the 25, off the 25 click.
Yeah.
Because you could definitely do 2 damage to this dude for free.
Which is definitely what's going to happen.
Yeah, and then you just hit with sidestep instead of running shot. And it's also hit opposing characters, so you can't. If you have to pulse wave your own team, like so what?
That's
you'll just take 1 damage.
Yeah, it's definitely worth taking the
Well, I think
damage.
that's really cool.
Yeah, because if they
Uh,
come at you, then you can kind of boom, and then all
yeah,
your guys
Sonar
are
is the
there.
type of character I like to build a team around, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna do this and this and this, and then this is gonna happen. And
Old,
then I get down to like finalizing the build, and I'm like 20 points short on something, and Sonar gets cut
yeah,
or dropped down to 25 points.
yeah, old Bito Walden, Bito Walden. What a name, man.
That's a name and a half. Was there any other character you wanted to talk
Yeah.
about before we wrapped up? Because this is a pretty cool breakdown of the set, honestly.
I think just to point out the batteries, just so we didn't forget them. They're all. I'm very excited to dive
Yeah.
into those to kind of build with
So
that.
how familiar are you with how batteries work?
Uh, I think pretty familiar. Yeah.
Because this is going to be my first time playing with batteries in modern, so I wanted to make sure I understood how they functioned.
Mm-hmm.
So I see that the vast majority of them work the exact same way,
Yeah, you're
where
only changing
you're
out two things per battery.
yeah, because you're changing out
Two and three,
their
I believe, are the changes.
no, three on these are all
Oh,
identical as well.
two and four.
I think it's four, yeah.
Yeah, two and four.
And so looking at the power battery itself, you click this dial how?
So you can damage with what is it? The number three.
Number three. When a friendly lantern construct would take damage, you may deal unavoidable. Okay.
And then at the what is it as well? No, 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 no.
Oh, it's you got to scroll down a little bit further.
Yeah, it's the ring. I think you can just roll and deal damage every turn, right? Once per
Yeah.
turn, when
Okay.
the battery action is given an action token after resolutions, you may roll a d6, deal it half the result.
Gotcha. So similar to the planets, whenever you do something with the battery,
Yeah.
you're gonna roll for it.
Oh, it's just an
So
action too.
yeah. So you don't have 21 clicks of health. Like realistically, this is a resource that's gonna last you.
Yeah, it
I mean,
depends.
7 turns on average is still a long time.
Depends on how you use it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so all of them have this first ability here that you're gonna have the vast majority of the time. Choose a friendly character. That character can use the effect of the lantern ring attached to this character until your next turn. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that lantern ring is free to put on there, correct?
Yeah, it should be, but
Let me just try it real quick.
we haven't got confirmation yet because this is a colossal.
Because it's not equipped specifically. It just says attached. During force
So yeah, I
construction,
think
a
they,
lantern ring may be assigned. Sorry, that ring is attached, not equipped, when the game begins and is destroyed if KO'd. See, that doesn't say anything about paying for it.
yeah, right. Something we're still waiting for.
Yeah, so if I try to equip it in here right now, the green ring will go on it for free. But there's nothing on the power battery saying you have to match colors.
I
So
think
if I
just because
try to
it's got
put
the
the
keyword.
black, yeah, if I try to put the black on it, I'd have to pay points. So we'll have to wait to see how that works. And then power battery has a range equal to its click number. Can't move, attack, or be chosen for master. I'm glad they're including this can't be chosen for mastermind thing.
Yeah.
Because with the debacle of the, what was it, the legacy of X? What was it? It was the Wolverine in the tube.
Oh yeah,
Where
Weapon
yeah,
X.
apparently people were masterminding to that Weapon X that couldn't take damage on the countdown clicks,
Yeah,
and that was just free game. So I'm glad they've learned their lesson.
yeah, they had to rat of that pretty quick.
So, but with the way the power batteries work, so whatever click I'm on, I get the effect of whatever it says on the speed and attack powers, right?
Yeah, so you got one or two, and then three or four. Then they kind of rotate, right?
Yeah, and then the main point of this is obviously for this first effect here primarily to choose a friendly character. That character can use the effect of the lantern ring attached to this character until your next turn. So because of the way the rings are worded, like I mentioned before, you're not limited to one construct of each type anymore because you just assign it to a different person and then they can create your chainsaw construct or whatever. Is that right?
Oh man, that is interesting because it's. Click on the only one that doesn't generate one.
Go
There's no
straight to the
construct.
black
Yeah,
ring.
yeah, yeah, because it's generated by this character.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so you get around the weaknesses of the ring, which means having multiple of the same construct isn't a bad thing if someone just happens to have, glue in their hands for a specific construct. And then whenever we don't have access to that number one power, we instead have access to number three. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. It goes
Yeah,
between
okay.
one and three, one, three, and six
So
for the
for
top.
three, when a friendly lantern construct would take damage, you may deal power battery one unavoidable instead.
So keeping your
Is
constructs alive.
and is there any click here where there's two threes in a row?
Mm,
No. Okay, so if you ever use this click to save a construct, you immediately take one avoidable and go right back to number one where you can pass the ring around again.
yeah.
Okay, that's pretty solid. And then I think the attack is the same. You alternate between two and four, right?
Yeah. There are double clicks of four though,
Okay.
and five.
So, and these are the ones that are unique to every power battery.
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah. So they basically just give you the constructs invincible, and then whatever power that corpse has.
Okay, for click four is going to be that same thing.
Yeah. So invincible and poison, invincible and willpower, invincible.
Okay, that's very easy to remember then.
Yeah.
And then for click two, then is going to be the one that you're on most often. And that's very unique for each one.
Yeah.
So green opposing characters in range can't be given more than one free action a turn.
Yeah.
And we learned from the Wakanda Hulkbuster that that's not one free action per character. That's every opposing character within that range. As a community, they get one free action,
Yeah.
which is nonsense.
Yep.
But at least the green one's powerful. And then at the beginning of your turn, power battery may heal up to three other characters. I'm glad that says other. Which combos with the White Lantern Superman, so you're healing them for two. That's a pretty good theme. Giant. Ooh, friendly characters in range have giant reach too. That's nice. But importantly, the range on these is equal to its click number.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of the game, at minimum, you're three range when you first get these. So these are quite limited at the beginning of the game, but get stronger and stronger as they go on. That's really cool. And then click four, like you said, friendly constructs gain invincible plus an extra cool power.
Yep. So red is poison. Yellow is perplex.
Interestingly, orange is barrier.
Yeah, I guess plasticity is not great, right? Oh, because the constructs.
Yeah, because they can't tie down,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then 5 and 6 are kind of only paired together, so you don't really have to worry about those. So you're at the bottom of the dial.
Yeah, but they're pretty nice. Gives everyone the ring power and then +1 stats per ring or per construct.
Ooh. And by the time you get there, you've got full map range at 16 squares.
Yeah.
So when you get to 5, everybody on the core is using the ring, which is really cool for these theme teams around each core.
And it's not even theme keyed, right? Just friendly characters modify their values +1 for each lantern construct. So as long as you're just rolling a ring dropper, right? Or a
Yeah. And
or
especially
you don't even
since
need
you
to
can,
because you got the power battery, but you kind of want one drop on them.
yeah, you definitely want.
Yeah.
Well, what's cool about this as well is that since you're taking it for every time the power battery is given an action, which does include freeze, any of these clicks that have something like perplex on it or outwit, you can self-click into the next, like you can roll that early in the turn, see where you land, and then kind of go from there. Because it is only once per turn. So there's no way to like self hit yourself faster.
Yeah,
That's
unless
pretty sweet.
you could also park it on something that's dealing itself damage too, right?
Oh, that's big brain. I would have never considered that.
Sit
I
there
would
and
have had to have
take.
seen that done to me. What with the pool of lava?
Yeah,
Is that how it was done in the past?
yeah, pool lava. But I think there's a bunch with the new traps, right? The snake pit or whatever. I think snake pit does damage.
I'll have to take a look at those, but that's really cool. So that's a quick breakdown for other people because I needed to learn how
Also,
how these batteries work.
also for Black Lanterns, the huge range support as well,
The range support and
because they all have
like I mentioned,
support on that white damage power.
yes.
So,
And the Black Lantern battery obviously has the Black Lantern core keyword, so it
yep.
keys off Necron really well.
Mm-hmm.
That's really sick.
Yeah, yeah. I'm excited for them.
Yeah, I like it. I held off on getting any of the power batteries because I didn't know how playable or how good they were going to be or even which ones I wanted.
Right.
Because these are the kind of pieces where, for me as a team builder, I would need a team that already works and I already want them on it to bother going and buy them because I don't just want to like burn the cash on it. But these are powerful enough where like once I decide which one I like to play with, I'm gonna have to fork it out.
All right, get one. Because yeah,
Yeah, shut up and take my money.
they're definitely pretty unique. Even the purple one, right? Other friendly characters within range can't be targeted by opposing characters more than 3 squares away from them.
That is sick.
So that comboed with ham, what they just can't attack you? What is how does that work?
Well, they'd only be able to attack you
From close.
up close. Yeah. So basically, what Ham does anyway, just kind
Yes.
of rooted on the power battery.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm
Those are
very
freaking
excited.
awesome though. I'm excited for the set. 192 units is ludicrous, but I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Was there anything else you want to talk about before we close it up? Because I'm totally just going to upload this instead of
Oh,
the
are you?
review I'd already recorded.
Yeah.
Because this is so much more fun.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely than just going through and clicking on everyone. And, yeah.
Where I've been there, I did that. I almost lost my voice, bro.
So how far in did you get to that one?
All of it.
Oh,
It's
you did
already
it
done.
all.
Yep.
So you're just gonna scrap it.
Yep. Lower rarities,
Oh,
higher rarities. I'd already done all of it.
oh my
But
goodness.
I didn't realize we were going to go in depth on some of these. So I was just like, yeah, whatever. We'll just hit it. Whatever. However this takes place is
However it
just what
goes.
I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But it's sweet.
I think it'll be more entertaining for sure.